Service thoughts. You guys were outside of Sunny Skies. You were accosted by some crossbow wielding guards. Corvia was clever and brought out his sun torch and unveiled it, and they said that was what they were looking for, and they let you inside. Corvia also noticed that his sun torch was very rapidly empty all of a sudden, suspecting that the crystal armor that the guards wear must have soaked it up. You went into Sunny Skies. It's a very populous, very advanced for the underground societies. Very peaceful, it seems. Everybody's pretty chill. There was some personal side questing to see if Cole's family was here, and some sweets visitations to both the happy shop and the scene shop, I guess, the emo shop. You went to the Traveler's Rest, the only inn in town, and met some very peculiar twin half-elf bartenders slash proprietors. You had a peculiar time and did some peculiar things. That's pretty much that. It's pretty much everything that happened in the inn.
Yep.
Morning came about, and the entire town gathered into an area called Sunny Plaza, or the Sun Plaza, where the extremely wide sun shaft lets the sun in over a really big area. Like normally it's only maybe the size of a singular small bedroom. This is like a full football field's worth of space of sun. But most importantly, the thing you really figured out, last session was about how these people are infused with the power of the sun, and they take a shard of something called the Mother Crystal, and they are at war with those who worship darkness. One of the nice fellas even tasked you, the adventurers, to travel down the one of the nearby tunnels and murder or bring justice to all of those evil darkness worshippers. We left off with the 5 of you, now 4 of you at the moment, trapped in Sunny Plaza with the rest of the town, as everyone is there for about 4 hours straight, soaking up sunlight, photosynthesizing.
Yep.
Nice.
So we pick up. You guys had just spoken to one of the Crystal Guard, and he directed you to remain within the plaza until the sun had passed, and so you had some 4 hours to kill. What are you doing?
We could go back to the lamps, bringing the lamps out and charging them, since we are stuck here anyway.
True.
Yeah, I definitely think we should just keep. I mean, yeah, if we're stuck here, you're right. We should just charge them as much as we can, because we're gonna charge them for like an hour, and that ended up, maybe giving us half or something, not even the whole charge. So yeah, I agree with that.
Okay. So the 4 of you, Corvia seems to have grown tired and is now taking a well-earned nap in the sunlight, just soaking up the rays. Perhaps he snuck off at some point yesterday and implanted himself with a sun shard and is, trying to photosynthesize. Who knows? But either way, the 4 of you find yourself a nice, kind of sunny spot near the edge of the big football field plaza, and pull out your sun torches and set them in the sunlight. You got 4 hours of sitting to do. Anyone have any activities they feel that they would like to take? Or will we fast forward time?
Nothing for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone roll a d20 for me. Just a flat d20. I do remember, James. Don't worry. I'm trying to figure out if I need to do anything before that. Nice.
This better be good rolls for me today. I really hope so.
Everybody but
Bad
Teddy.
rolls, bad choices.
Everybody but Teddy will get this, which is fine because Teddy's going to be distracted here in a moment, anyways. So everybody but Theodore Sweetcakes, you kind of just, I mean, you're just chilling in the sun. You're hanging out with the party. Maybe you do small talk. Maybe you, check over your gear. Take inventory of whatever's in your inventory or whatever. But at several intervals throughout the time slot, throughout this timeline, you look over at the crowd, and the people are looking like healthier and younger as time passes. Nothing like they're actually regressing in age, but if they were like in their late 40s, starting to show some like serious signs of like the early stages of wrinkling and stuff like that, all of that's gone. By the time this is going to be over, they will be looking very hale and hearty, very like supple, soft skin, like perfect picture of whatever their healthiest possible state could be. Like if they were ridiculously obese, they're still gonna be ridiculously obese, but their knees won't hurt from the extra weight or something like that. Theodore, you were distracted. You were too busy to notice this. As you hang out and somebody sending messages. What?
I got a spam text, and usually they're like not this great, but this one was very great. So I had to share.
That's a good one.
I don't know why I'm getting a bunch of spam texts lately, but I am, and this is
lesson to be learned, people out there of the internet. Number one attractive quality of a partner: ability to satisfy your partner. Apparently.
Yeah. Who knew?
Who knew?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
I know now.
Now you know. You
I would have been lost before
you
this.
and I and the internet.
Wow.
We all know now.
Thank you, random text person.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Thank you. Can't wait to block you. Thanks.
Theodore, as you were laying about, soaking up some sunlight, it's been a long time since you got this much, of the good healthy vitamins within the sun. So you took a short nap. You had a little old man doze going on, and then you woke up and like cracked open one eye to see if everything was still doing nothing, and just right out there in front of you was this something, a little in the wind, a little. Something's right there, probably.
I
So?
try to take a closer look at it, see what's the something.
You crack open your other eye and maybe kind of swish your hand around in its vicinity. And it looks like just this narrow, faint, kind of bluish, shiny thread or like something. It's a little too ephemeral to be actually thread. Like your hand passes through where you think it is, but it's so like thin that it looks like a piece of thread or maybe like a narrow ribbon in the air.
Okay.
Ephemeral, lasting for a very short time.
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, do I have the feeling that's going to be there very long, or is it going to be floating away?
It definitely kind of like winks in and out of vision. Not like it's not like there one moment, gone the next. It's more like you only see it when the light hits it in just the right angle. So if you're moving your head around, you lose sight of it repeatedly.
Okay. I'm gonna pull out I'm gonna get a bottle and out of my pack. I'm gonna try to see if I can find the end of the thread and scoop it up.
All right, make a perception check for me. If you can follow the thread. You can. You stand up and kind of stretch out from your nap, and it looks like the thread is you're at one of the you're at like a bending portion. Like it heads in a similar direction, but in two ways. Like one goes this way and one goes this way, and they're both basically forward, but one's a little to the right and one's a little to the left. Which one do you follow?
Left turn sounds great. Left.
All right. Following to the left, you skirt your way around the football crowd for a little while. Trio, whose name is not Theodore Sweetcakes, Teddy wakes up from a nap, kind of squints around, stretches, gets up, and then just kind of walks off, staring really hard at nothing right in front of him.
And looking very concerned and possibly constipated.
Yes.
Oh no.
So the conversation we had earlier, if you recall, he also partook in some of those crystals, right? With the cupcakes?
Yeah. He
Okay,
did.
but I also took part in those cupcakes.
See, but
You had
yes,
one.
but
I think.
Yeah.
I don't know how many. So I know that he's just kind of, he could have just gone on a normal walk. He could just be stretching his legs. However, considering how everyone's been acting, I think it's someone's responsibility to follow him that is not Cole. Now, if you don't mind me.
I will have to follow Teddy. So
Be
Okay.
safe, be smart. I will be here.
You want me to continue charging your lamp for you? Because mine was completely charged still, so I can hold your lamp for
Sure.
you and charge. Okay.
yeah, if you wouldn't mind, thank you.
All right, so we have one person following Teddy and the other two remaining behind. Okay,
Heavy lies to the crown.
good solid spot to split
Love
the
it.
party.
Yeah.
Rezagale and Theodore, you head off. You skirt the crowd for a little while, maybe 3 or 4 minutes. The other two will lose sight of you as you make your way around the large group. Eventually, the thread does turn into the football field, though. You're gonna have to pass into the crowd.
Oh, well, shit. All right. I have to work my way through this crowd in order to keep track of it.
Wait for me, Teddy, please.
Oh, yes, of course.
All right. So the two of you, the people while they're here photosynthesizing, they're not really conscious. Like they're there and they're standing. If you pushed them like gently, they won't just fall over. They'll move a little. But like if you tap someone and say excuse me, nothing happens. You do have to like gently shove them around to get where you're going. You head to the crowd, and after another few minutes, you see you come to the end of the thread. It is attached to a person.
Oh,
What is it? What are you going after?
it's like a little thread. It's blue. Is it the same color as the crystal, or
What crystal?
like the sun crystal?
The one in your torches?
Yeah, or the ones that were on the sprinkles.
Oh no, those are like a soft yellow, sunny colors.
Right. Okay. Huh. This gentle blue thing that reaches into somebody.
That sounds quite odd.
Looks like
What do you mean?
looks like it lands like it not in atypical storybook fashion. It's not like pointed at the person's heart or in their brain or something. It's like where their appendix ought to be or something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's in that section of the lower torso. What do you do?
I'm going to get my scissors real quick. My mold cutting scissors.
Can I, so I can see this
No.
this person that he
Oh,
appears to be
you
looking
can see the
at?
person, yeah, not the thread.
Okay, right. Do
Yeah,
I
he's-
notice anything in particular about this person?
Looks like every other person in the crowd, just a member of the underground.
Weird. Okay.
Yeah,
You're
this-
confusing me right now. I can't see anything different about this individual compared to the others.
I don't. I'm not really sure what it is either, but I want to find out. As he pulls out a pair of scissors
Okay.
and he tries to snip the thread.
What scissors are these? Are you like part of your baking gear or what?
Yeah, they're just iron. They're just simple iron or steel
What's their
scissors.
purpose? Like, why do you have
Oh,
scissors?
for cutting mold off of you know, cutting mold away from various rocks, growths,
Gotcha.
cutting the mold
Like
papers, et cetera, et
like
cetera.
sample retrieval and stuff.
Right.
Okay. Um, the scissors just pass right through. Nothing seems to happen.
I take the bottle and I try to wave it through.
You think for a moment that you definitely caught it, but it was just a trick of the light.
Okay. Um. Can I roll an Arcana check to try to push out a little bit of magic to see if it influences the thread?
Sure. You will put a finger up to where the thread is kind of wavering around, and you give it a teeny tiny little burst, little blasty blast, and the person rather than the thread looks fine, but the person that it's attached to kind of like rapidly deflates. Like he's standing there like, the sun. He's like, the sun.
Like he's like partially melted away, or
Like you cut him off.
when you say
You cut him off from his energy source for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
well then, did you see that?
What happened? Did I notice this like depletion?
Oh yeah, like, his bodily actions were very obvious and pronounced.
Okay. I mean, yes. What did you do? He seems like he's
I just put a little bit of magic on the thread, and it's like he was.
so strange. What are do all of these people have this thread that you can see?
Teddy is looking around to see how many more threads he can spot.
This is the only one you see at the moment.
Okay.
You still have the other end of the thread if you want to go wandering that
Yeah,
way.
he'll. Well, let's go see where else it leads to, and he's going to start wandering back towards the others.
Okay, you'll weave your way back around the winding thread back to the group, and then make the hard corner turn and head off in a slightly different direction.
Does it lead past the guard who stopped us previously?
No, it's going to lead actually back towards the crowd. But in case Aranar or Cole wanted to interact, this was their opportunity. Nope. Okay.
Like, do we see them passing?
Oh yeah, I mean they have to come right back to you, and then
All right,
turn slightly to the right and go away again.
So all like when they, hey, so what was it?
Oh, there's a thread of some kind that's connecting somebody in the crowd to something else. And when I tried to touch it, it made the person deflate.
It's like their
Deflate.
energy stopped. The energy they are collecting from this crystal is somehow involved in this string that he can see. I can't see it myself, but I certainly saw as soon as he cut it, the person seemed to no longer be getting an energy for a slight moment.
Ah,
And then,
wait. So it weakened them.
yes, seemingly. I mean, define weakened. I don't know exactly how this energy source from the sun works with these people. So to me, it seems like not having it wouldn't weaken them, but I don't really understand how it's strengthening them either, if that makes sense.
It's almost like they're like batteries now.
Right,
And the
that's what it seems. I
What's the
can't.
battery?
sorry, crystal,
Damn
the crystal lamp.
it!
Oh.
It's almost like they're like the crystal lamps. You have to recharge them with the sun.
Right.
Hmm.
Wait, so that's a
Well,
perfect analogy. Perhaps
So where are you?
the lamps are these people.
But they're charging something
So where are you going now?
else.
Well, we were trying to find out where the string leads back to.
What happened? I thought you just were following this.
Oh,
What?
it goes that way too.
Oh, okay, makes sense.
Well,
I
I'm
just seem
curious
to
to see it
catch it in the
myself.
middle.
I'm curious to see it myself if it actually has an effect on the people. So
So
let's
you're
go,
go-
and I will follow.
Aaron, are you still staying or are you going as well?
Well, might as well.
All right. The whole party joins and heads to the right this time.
Do
Um,
we take the sun lamps?
oh, yeah. Do you take your sun lamps or do you leave them to
We can take
charge?
those. Just
It's not like anyone's gonna steal them. Everyone's just.
yes, they will. No, they will. We're gonna take them.
Okay.
We're going to
Cole
take.
gathers up the sun lamp, the sun torches, whether anyone wants
If
to. or
something
not.
can go wrong, it will.
I see. All right. So you gather up the sun torches, put them all back. They've all got some percentage of charge now if they didn't before, and you head off to the right side of the crowd. About another again 4 or 5 minutes on the way around, it once again turns inward to the crowd. You'll slowly move your way through the group. This time, Theodore, it does not lead to a person. It seems to just kind of stop cold and then turn straight down into the earth.
He prestidigitates a mark on the ground
Okay.
Are we
to,
stopping?
to show it to the others.
Wait a minute. So you're saying this spot is where it leads into the
Oh,
ground,
it goes down into the ground.
the Underdark that they so viciously claim to hate, is where they're getting their power.
Well, you're drawing a lot of assumptions. There.
I am.
All we know is that there is a mystical line that only the Crystal Eater can see.
I mean, I
And it
don't
goes
know.
from
I find
the
it very
ground.
strange that the source of the light, power that they're seemingly receiving is not from above but below. Strange.
They said something about the mother crystal in a ritual, so
Right. That's true.
They did say that I could chip away at that and probably take a piece with me too, huh?
Yeah, as long as it's inside of you.
Unfortunate. Anyway, so it leads down. Considering that they have already asked us to go down, perhaps this is just something associated with whatever we will find underneath.
Perhaps.
If you recall them asking that when we first arrived.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah.
What are your thoughts? You're the only one that can see it.
that
Yeah.
all seems reasonable.
So, what do you think we should do?
Oh well, I want to keep chasing it.
You want to dig?
Well, or we look to see, where a good vantage point might be. Figure out about how far it is away from the crowd, or this point is from the edge of the crowd. Then go to that vantage point, look, see. I think there was a cliff face over there that we might be able to guess how far down it goes.
Let me get this right. You want to go to a cliff to see how far underground it goes?
See how deep
But it
things
disappears
go
into the
around here.
ground.
Yeah.
He's saying if it's so deep down that you can see, we imagine this will go into that length underground, right?
Oh, Cole makes a point.
This makes no sense to me. However, if I can't, so you do. I am with you. Here we go.
I mean, the only way to really truly know would be to dig underneath, or perhaps we go under that cavern where they want us to do these tasks and see if we can find a way to get to it there. But even that would be difficult. So we can only truly guesstimate right now.
I could move some earth. He pulls out his book out from the shadows.
I briefly forgot about that.
I will not let us forget.
Do you think anyone might not notice if we dig a hole in the middle of their town?
I mean, at the moment they're vegetables, so there's that.
Is there a way
I
to
can-
get people into like sort of an illusion that we aren't here?
Oh, we don't need to do anything like that. They're all staring up at the sun. Let's just move them around so I can make a spot so I can build us some stairs.
All right.
Okay,
So
we're going along
you
with this,
clear
I
a
guess.
small area.
I'm gonna put on my mask.
Okay, good plan, good plan. And you want to cast Mold Earth.
I guess, is it loose earth?
It's not really. It's like
It's
some
stone.
some bare amount of soil, like less than 3 inches atop stone.
Oh. Well, it was worth a shot.
So he casts Mold Earth, and a 5 foot wide space of the soil clears away to reveal hard rock.
Oh, that was supposed to go differently in my head.
As stated, I believe that our best chance of understanding this is by actually going underneath.
And seeing if we find it again. Mm-hmm.
You hear the sound of booted feet approaching your cleared space.
I will meet you at the hotel. I cast invisibility and walk away.
Okay. You skate out as what looks to be one of the crystal guards is entering the area, Cole. You being the first to, exiting the scene, see him, slightly before them. He's basically on fire. Not literal fire, but his crystal armor in the sunlight. Dude's a fucking lighthouse of light. And like the vegetable people, they don't seem to notice, but when he breaches the core, like the edge of your little cleared space, the sun walks into your tiny space there. Adventurers! I love that guy. So, it would appear that you've taken an interest in the Sun Plaza and are not making your way down to defeat the Dark Worshippers.
Oh, we were going to be heading there soon.
Ah, good. Well, I received word that you were casting some magics in the Sun Plaza, and I didn't want to, it cause you any issues or anything, but I also don't want you to harm our people while they are feeding.
Oh, no, no, no. I was just wondering how thick the soil was over here.
Oh, yes. Well, we do keep a thickness enough to support mold and moss-based vegetation, but not nearly enough that it could be considered like diggable or anything.
Right.
What's your interest in the soil?
Well, I used to be I'm still a baker, and I was wondering if some of the varieties I'm used to could survive here.
Ah, yes. Well, I mean, the food sciences are very important. We ourselves didn't even have them until perhaps 8 years ago, when we finally were able to import enough soil and start growing our moss farm.
Oh,
Hmm. Hmm.
So, you're about to head down to defeat those evil worshippers of the dark?
oh, soon enough, soon enough. We're going to sleep one more night here,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll be heading out in the morning.
Ah, glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Well, if you have need of anything, ask one of the Crystal Guard. They will get me a message, and I will come a running.
Oh, what's your name?
Crystal.
Oh, Crystal. It's nice to
No, no,
meet
no,
you.
not Crystal. Chris Tull.
Oh, Chris Toll.
Yes. There's an apostrophe.
I see. Well, I appreciate it. Are you the captain of the guard?
That's me. Yes, I am the captain of the Crystal Guard.
Oh, fantastic. I feel like I was going to see if there's something that you might, if I could ask you some questions, but for some reason they're not coming to mind right now.
Ah, well, that is unfortunate, but make sure to bathe in the blessed light of the sun. It heals all wounds.
Okay, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Well, have a good sunbathing. Cluck, 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 cluck.
Bye, Crystal.
Goodbye, adventurers!
Crystal.
What a strange captain of the guard.
Yes, it appears that we're going to have to leave in the next 24 hours. So,
Well, I kind of expected that.
Well, we were just waiting for our weapons to be completed anyway, so that makes
true.
It's supposed to be done what, tonight?
yes.
I
Tonight.
think so.
Okay.
Cole, where are you wandering off to with your invisibility?
Well, I can't really leave.
You really can't.
I just did not want the confrontation.
Okay. So you're
so
just
I'm
like
just-
hanging
I'm
out
around.
you're just
Yeah,
hanging
I'm
out on the edge
like-
of the crowd. You see him chomping out.
and I'm just like chilling.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you have all the torches you met. Well, never mind.
So
I mean, it's a well-lit area. We don't need them
yeah, it's well.
right now.
So the three of you finish up your conversation with him.
I put my Book of Shadows away.
Good boy.
Good bag of
He's
shadows.
wiggling his tail and has his head on my knee right now.
Aw, good book.
So cute.
So, what are you doing now? Do anything else?
Can we just wait?
You,
for
yeah,
the re-
you can actually
unless somebody
absolutely
wants
press the
to-
pastime button, but if someone wants to do a thing or
Yes.
continue to explore this in some way, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, I'm
Gotcha.
gonna
No
keep
one's-
an eye
For
out.
me, no one's really active, so
Okay.
You know what I might do? I might I might grab a handful of the dirt and then cast a light spell and look like I'm inspecting it. Inspecting the dirt further, and then see if basically take the light spell and move it into the line of the thread.
Okay. So the light spell has to be cast on a singular object. So a handful of dirt doesn't really apply.
I cast it on the bottle.
Okay. Casting it on the bottle and attempting to interact with the thread helps a little. It really just kind of helps to illuminate the thread. Before it was really hard to catch. You had to move your head around to make it reflect, every now and then. With the bottle, you can pretty reliably cause it to stand out in your vision. You also are, with the aid of the bottle, able to spot several more threads in the area.
Do they all come back to the same spot?
They do. They appear to collect here and then head out into the crowd. It doesn't look like everybody has one, and there aren't like hundreds of threads or anything. You see 4 instead of 1,
Okay. Oh, there's even more of them.
If I fast track a little of your time expenditure, maybe you do follow one or more of the new ones. They all lead to people. But there's no like major defining features about these people aside from that they are citizens here.
Okay.
So, this is out of character, definitely probably metagaming, but like, I imagine there's a variety of the amount of crystals in people, right? Some people probably have more crystal perhaps than others. So like maybe some of them have enough that like might charge in the sunlight and provide, additional charging to whatever the source is below. I don't know. These are just some of the thoughts I'm thinking. Just thought I would share that. I don't know that my character would really think of that. There's such a limited knowledge of, like what we're dealing with here, but like that's kind of my suspicion. So, anyway.
All right. So unless there are other actions, we're
useful information.
Yeah, I'm gonna try one more thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to see if I can you basically cast light using what I think is magic in the thread. See if I can make use of it.
You're gonna try and use the thread like as a magical source?
Yes.
Okay. Same result as when you kind of blasted it. The person attached to that thread starts to like wilt, and then it reconnects, and they, puff back up. And it didn't seem like you successfully used it as a magical source. It was more like your attempt disconnected the thread for a moment.
Right. Okay. I don't have Detect Magic as a normal spell, so I can't cast that. I'd have to ritual cast it, and the guards would go, "What are you doing?"
I mean, it's not really a visible spell, I guess.
All right, well, I guess he sits down for 10 minutes.
It's more like, it's not like you don't have time,
Right.
Right.
He's just going to sit down and start chanting to himself, I guess.
Okay. So he's gonna chant for 10 minutes, and after 10 minutes passes, as soon as the detect magic turns on, you can very vividly see all the threads. You don't have to work at it anymore. You're not looking for reflections. They are blatantly obvious.
And obviously magical.
Obviously magical, yes.
Okay. Can I roll an Arcana check to see if I can learn more about what's
Absolutely.
the thread is doing?
Nat 20, nat 20, nat 20. Oh, no. Okay.
Nope,
Okay.
just a 9.
It is a transmutation effect. And you can tell it has some amount of like connection properties and like vitality properties, but you're not really sure what the you can't pin down the magic.
Sure. Transmutation is good enough.
Yes, Cole.
I have something that I would like to do during this time if we're just sitting here doing nothing, actually.
Murder everyone.
I'm going to try to talk to Mask again.
Oh, okay. Roll me a D100. All right, what do you say?
Hi.
That's it.
I don't really believe in you,
Okay.
but I have a few questions about why we were sent these gifts and why my pet had to die. Break.
For about 6 seconds, you forget who Mask is.
Good talk.
All right. Are you doing anything else, Teddy? Before I hit the fast forward button.
Is this a hint to try to do a thing that I think you're trying to?
You have gotten all of the hints that I am willing to give you.
Okay.
I'm just asking if you're trying to do anything else so that I don't rob you of an opportunity.
That's entirely fair. Yeah, not in the middle of the crowd.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe later.
Alrighty. We hit the fast forward button. Another 2 hours goes by, and the sun, finally passes all the way over the sun shaft. It's still bright, of course, because it's still emitting light, but the actual direct sunlight period has ended. Everyone, the whole crowd, just kind of all at once, or like as it's passing away and the sun leaves the area, that group who is no longer in the sunlight suddenly wakes up. They stretch like they've been sleeping for 4 hours. They look around. They look extremely happy, like they are like cloud 9 of serotonin, and they wave to their neighbors. They clap them on the back or whatever, and then they just start to leave.
Seems so happy.
What time of the day? Like, I know it's. Sorry, go ahead. I was gonna say, what time of day is it at this point?
It's post sun, so in the underground you would call it the like part of the long evening, but realistically it's probably 3 p.m.
Gotcha.
All right. As the sun makes its way out, the full crowd awakens, stretches out, does all that same stuff, and they just start to mosey out.
Yeah, I'm just gonna head back to the. No, I'm gonna go to the bar actually that I wanted to go to.
Okay. What everybody else doing?
I'm gonna take my light bottle and I'm gonna see if the threads are still there.
The threads that you can find now, since everybody's on the move, are in motion. You can see them kind of wriggling and writhing about, unless you go to the into the ground spot, in which case they are all there.
Yeah, he was gonna go to the ground spot.
Yeah, with enough wiggling of the bottle, without the direct sunlight in, they're much harder to find. With enough wiggling of the bottle, you can find that they're also there.
Okay. Are there still other people around, or is everyone heading home?
For the most part, they've moseyed on. Some of them might be like, there might be, of the 400 that were here, there might be 30 just kind of hanging around having a chit chat with various small groups.
Okay. Does the needle I have an eye hole in it?
It has a hook. It's a knitting needle.
Yep. So it has a hook. Okay. As more people wander away, just kind of kneel down, poke at the dirt, pull the needle out of my whisk, and try to hook one of the threads.
Hooks right on. As if it were designed for such a thing.
Okay, I'm gonna weave it into a shape. I'm gonna take the thread and kind of fold it over, do a couple of things with it, experiment with it briefly.
Wiggling it around is pretty easy, but if you really try and manipulate it, you end up either needing to pull at the ground or at the person, like pull on the tether. So like you'll if you know like wiggling it about, that's a thing you can do. There's enough give for that. But if you try and move it, basically taking up more than 6 to 8 inches of slack, you'll pull one end or the other.
Okay.
Can we can't, we still can't, none of us can see the thread.
None of you can see the thread. So for the two of you who are here with him, he's got his item out, and he appears to just be kind of waving it in the air.
Okay.
What's going on?
He's gonna tie the threads together.
All of them? The ones that you
All
got
of
there
them.
on the ground?
Yep.
How do you tie them together since you can't reach either end?
If there's a few inches of slack, he can do probably like a fisherman's hitch or something
So
similar.
you're knotting them together, not necessarily like taking the ends and actually weaving
Right.
them. Okay.
Choking them.
The three of you, actually all four of you, make a perception check.
Jesus, all right.
All four?
Yes, including you.
What? I don't see anything.
You're busy.
This is what I do actually. I don't know why, but I'm super persuasive.
I am not.
All right.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Cole only, having left the area and on his way to the bar, Cole, you hear a person cry out. In like first in surprise and then in like a little bit of fear, a little bit of pain.
Checking it out. Gotta go.
You turn around and walk back around the corner, and a small group of like two elderly women and a kind of like a middle-aged man are standing together, and one of the elderly women looks extremely concerned. She's like looking around. She looks behind her. She look like when she comes to face you, she looks like surprised and fearful. And then she's definitely doing a lot of patting of her torso. And every now and then she like, you can tell she literally like physically pushes her body forward, and then it gets pulled back without her control.
What's happening to you?
Oh goodness, a man in a mask. How? My apologies, sir. I was not prepared. Something seems to be going on. I don't know. I feel like I can feel myself being pulled or something.
Have you ever felt this before?
I haven't. That's why I shouted. It was more surprise than I guess anything, but now it's starting to get a little concerning. And she repeatedly like pulls at the tether of the invisible tether now, and I don't know. Is there something attached to my back? And the middle-aged man looks behind her. He's like, no, there's nothing here. What is going on? Are you okay? Is this a joke?
So I know about so would I probably figure it out, Cole?
I mean, you just learned some things about threads being attached to people. Like why this is happening, or that he had knotted the stuff together. No, of course not. But you definitely just learned some stuff about threads being attached to people.
And she's okay. So I'm probably just gonna walk away from her and go back to where they are, because I think that even in character I would be like, oh, this probably has something to do with Theo doing some crazy like shenanigans over there.
Nonsense. All right.
Yeah.
I'll
just make my way.
All right. You start making your way back. The other three, nothing happens. You tie them all together, and Theo, if you got your bottle out still, you can see that it looks like they're tugging a lot more often than they were. But other than that, nothing seems to be happening.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take the bottle, and I'm gonna see if there's any such thread on me as well.
Nope.
Okay. Since I see them being dragged, I'm going to try to cast Calm Emotions on the knot.
Okay.
On the hitch.
Okay. You cast Calm Emotions. The threads seem calmer, but they keep tugging in various directions.
Hmm. He undoes the hitch and picks up the bottle, looks content, is acting content with himself,
When you when you
and
undo the hitch, you note that one of the threads has gone slack
slack towards the person.
towards the person.
Okay. I put the needle back in the whisk and say, one of them seems to have gone slack. I hope they're okay. I hope whoever it was attached to is fine.
Um. Oh my god. Should we go find out if they're okay? I mean, we can go follow the thread to that person, right? I mean, we can't. Teddy can, and we can follow Teddy.
Yeah, we'll follow me. We'll go to the person and make sure they're okay. And
Okay. So the three of you head out. Cole, you run into them. They're not heading the same direction as you, but like you're headed into the plaza, and they're leaving the plaza up a different road. You can jog over there and catch up.
I see them.
Yeah, you. See
Randy, actually, before we go, I'm going to see about if I can take the ends. If there's an end that's still coming out of the ground that seems loose or slack, and try to tie it together.
So you want to take the slack thread and do what with it?
Try to if there's a slack end coming out of the ground.
So there's like the end that's going in the ground still goes into the ground.
Right.
So and is like it just like lays lamely on the ground from that point to.
Oh, okay. I get it. Okay, I'm following. Sorry. Yeah, okay. We're gonna follow the thread.
Okay. So yeah, the three of them are headed out of the plaza. Cole, you're coming in from where you were, and it looks like they're headed out one street up the way.
So I'll jog over to them. What on earth were you doing?
I think I found something that they call, or parts of it that they call the weave.
Listen, I don't know what.
I'm not sure what it is.
This is
magical.
But I was hear me. Listen, Theo. This is your category. I kill things. Okay, I understand. We all have our specialties. Whatever you did affected an older lady to where she could not move. So I implore you not to do whatever you did again. I'm just trying to get a drink.
No,
You're making it really difficult.
No, I appreciate that.
Let's not do anything that we don't have to do. That's super unnecessary. Let's keep our heads low. Let's move on, okay?
So we shouldn't find out what happened to this person?
What are you talking about?
Oh, one of the threads is slack.
I leave for a few moments. All right, let's go.
All right. So the four of you,
I mean, if it helps at all, I can just go invisibly and go trace it down and then come back.
No, I think we should all go, just in case.
Okay.
So the four of you head up the lane. You get maybe 5 minutes or so travel following the slack line there, and it just ends. There's like the end of the thread. Like at first you think you've lost it because it was already hard to see without the sunlight. So for a good 10-20 seconds you're like, wait, did I lose it? What the hell? And then you go back a few steps and no, there it is. It's just laying on the ground. There are some people in the area, but nothing really out of the ordinary is going on.
Oh. Well, this thread goes down to the underground. He picks it up with the needle.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, this goes somewhere into the underground. It, but it seems that this is the
Like
end of it.
it goes into the, or is it just like where is it going?
Oh, it goes into the ground at that spot we were at before, and the
Yes,
other
I
end
know.
of it is here.
Not connected to anything.
Disconnected, yes.
But we know for a fact that they were all connected to people before this.
Yes.
Hypothetically, what does that mean, Theodore?
I suppose somehow magic was attached to that person, and it's no longer attached, and I feel terrible now.
Is it possible they will die without the magic attachment?
Then, if they knew about it, then their life would be not quite as happy. But I mean, if they're drugged up on the sun constantly, maybe they won't notice. But
I'm getting a drink.
yeah. It didn't. I don't know if any of those people. None of them seemed magical, but perhaps they were. Let me take this thread and try to weave it into something.
I think we killed them.
It's possible. That might be more compassionate than some of the other outcomes.
So what are you doing?
He's going to take the thread and try to. He's gonna try to turn it into a some sort of piece of cloth on his way back
So you're
to
gonna like
the
try and
place where
you're
it comes
gonna
out of the
try and
ground.
like knit it or weave it together as you head towards the ground spot.
Yes.
Okay. Um, the thread is thick and less than willing to fold. It's like trying to weave fishing line.
Okay.
So like you could spool it, you could you could rotate it pretty easily as long as it was wide enough. But the likelihood of being able to weave a singular strand into anything is very low.
Sure. In that case, um, he'll take a little bit of water out of his water skin,
Mm-hmm.
and you shape water to turn it into the shape of a spool. A piece of ice that's shaped like a spool,
Okay.
and then try to roll up the thread on that.
All right. You are able to kind of roughly spool it on the ice. Well, at least so long as the ice doesn't melt.
Sure, it lasts for about an hour, and then
Yep.
but he'll keep casting it
Okay.
for a little while until he can figure out something else to spool it on. Hopefully before tonight.
Yep. Alrighty. You make it back to the dirt point. What do you do there?
Snap it off.
Ooh. I was waiting to see if this would happen.
Mm-hmm.
Cole, make me a new perception check. Since you're the only one who left. I guess everyone else can try and see if you roll really high. So everybody perceptions again. Oh, Cole rolled poorly this time. Unfortunate.
Maybe Aranar?
Theodore and Aranar, you both like as soon as you snap the end at the earth point, you both hear a shriek coming from somewhere in the town.
Oh God. Did you hear that? I think that might have done something to somebody.
Theodore immediately pales and goes, I don't know what you're talking about. Let's just get back to the end.
I don't know what you did, but you didn't. Nobody else heard that. Somebody just screamed. All right.
I'm changing his alignment from chaotic good to a chaotic neutral.
Not yet. You don't know you did anything bad yet.
Okay, that's fair. He assumes he did something bad, but
Okay. Now what?
Do I know which direction that scream came from?
Into the city, roughly that away.
Dang it. All right. I can't see where these threads go, so I can't do anything anyway. All right, cool. Oh, what did I just do? Oh, okay. I
Go.
guess we're heading back to the inn.
Mhm.
Yep.
Oh, damn it. Why does that change the name? Fucking stupid ass roll 20.
Yeah, I clicked on something on accident and it turned.
Messing with
it just-
James's sheet. Let's do it. Normally then. Stupid fucking roll 20. There.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, you head back towards the inn. Is that what I heard?
Mhm.
Alright.
yes.
Cole, you make your way to the bar.
Making my way downtown.
Walking fast, faces past down,
Faces
home back.
past and home
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you head for the bar. It is occupied, but not like heavily. There's a few people inside. Based on the fact that they get all of their sustenance from the sun, you get the feeling that drinking's not real high on their priority list.
More for me.
You walk inside and adventurer. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, bro. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I see that you know the inn that I'm staying at.
Yeah. You're a new face in town. We don't get a whole lot of those. What's up? You want a drink?
Yes, please.
All right.
I already want this to be my best friend. He's so like straightforward.
You want ale? You want something hard? You want to eat? What's your poison here?
What do you have that's stronger?
I got fire spirits. We got moss wine, and we have if you're really looking to sit down for a long time, we got mushroom spirits.
You know what? Give me the mushrooms.
Okay. He hands you a tall, thin glass. Looks like if you were shooting, it'd hold like about 4 shots worth of liquor. And it's got probably 3 worth in it. He says, "All right. I hope you're settled in. Do you think good thoughts today?"
You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's been a little rough these past few days, but
This may not be for
Should be
you then,
fine.
bud.
yeah, trust me. I'm just gonna take it and just
All right.
count it.
Cool. Make a Constitution save. Left side near the stats.
Donde?
On the core page, left side near the stat. The stats are on the far left, and there's a box near them that says saving throws. You look for Constitution.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. After, I mean, it's going to be a while. Do you have any things you're planning on doing, or are you just going to be hanging out here? I mean, like, do you want to eat? Do you want to
Yeah, I'm just.
chill?
Yeah, I'll eat. Too.
Okay.
Yeah. I haven't had anything to do.
He'll bring you out some something like a kind of a bizarre dish. Not really like it's outlandish. It's that like everything's big. Like he's got like a big heel of bread, a bowl of like chunky soup with a really thick spoon, not like a normal hand-sized spoon. Like it looks like you'd have to hold it, like this to use it. And he's like, all right, well, since you're on the mushroom wine, this here you go. This is your meal. You're gonna.
All right. Why are the?
Oh well, you see,
All right.
when things get when the mushrooms settle in, you're gonna be happy that things are large and graspable.
Ah, I see. Thank you. I'm just gonna and so I'll ask. So how long have you worked here? You hear a lot of what's going on around?
Oh yeah. I've been here most of my life. I think my family migrated in from one of the other communities when I was I don't know, knee-high to a grasshopper.
I see. I have a few questions if you don't mind my asking.
Not at all.
So, what happened with Sunny Lamp?
Oh yeah, tough business out there with Sunny Lamp, but they and then you don't remember any of the rest of this conversation.
Of course not. All right, cool.
Alrighty. Cole's out for a few hours. Trio, you head for the inn. On your way there, you all see a commotion. It would appear that there some of the guard, not the Crystal Guard, but like the regular town guard, are all in a huff on the side of the road as you pass by.
Do we hear anything they're saying?
No, they're all kind of like clustered around something on the side of the road and talking to each other.
We just can't see what's in the middle.
Yeah, because they're covering, and there's definitely someone else like on the ground, like kneeling inside the circle, because you see like the back of their like kneeling figure.
That doesn't look good. I wonder what happened.
I'm curious, but also not curious.
Yeah, best to mind our own business, right?
A gossipy old woman standing on your side of the road looks over. Oh, honey, somebody died.
Oh my gosh! Wow, what happened?
Well, they was just walking along, and there was like a shriek, and like, oh, good lord, good heavens, and then they were clutched at the chest, clutched at the left arm, and just keeled over.
Wow, that's crazy. Does that happen often here?
No, and in fact, I can't say that I ever remember it happening. Not for the last several years, at least. Maybe before. Back when we had to eat and stuff. Before we got the blessing of the sun.
Huh. So you're saying like if somebody starved or something?
Oh, no. I mean, starving, that's, you die. That's a slow, painful death. Ooh, rough stuff. No. This is like when your heart suddenly stopped working, or you like your brain explode or something. Some sort of like instantaneous catastrophic event.
Huh. Wow.
You said somebody screamed, right?
Yeah. The woman, she shrieked, bloody murder.
It's interesting.
Do they have any idea why that might have happened?
No. It seems like the guards over there are puzzled.
That is puzzling.
Indeed.
It's very strange. I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, did she have any family or?
Oh, I don't know her, honey. Sorry. Nice to meet you, by the way. I'm Beatrice. I heard you was in town. Y'all are the adventurers, right?
Yeah, that's right. Nice to meet you, Beatrice.
Oh, well, it is just lovely to see new faces. I hope y'all decide to stick around. We could always use more people here in Sunny Skies.
Is that true, though? It feels like you guys don't have any children or anything in this community. I mean...
Right. That doesn't mean we don't appreciate new faces and new conversations to be had.
I'm sure it would get kind of old it's the same old people all the time.
Exactly.
Well, it was nice meeting you, Beatrice.
Very nice to meet
Lovely. Charmed.
Adorable.
Very nice to meet you.
Southern charm.
Y'all head on towards the inn.
Mhm.
Okay. You make it to the inn. The doors, unlocked and ready. You open it up, and adventurers!
And what?
Just wave.
Adventurers!
Yeah, it gets really exciting, and then the mic explodes. It's fine.
Yes.
Dinner?
Ah! Adventurers!
I'm
This
really
is-
excited
yeah.
about this this meal again. I go sit down across from Rezigale as well.
You eat your generic dinner time meal.
Yes.
It is generic in flavor.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
It's like eating McDonald's burger, but with nothing on it. It's just the patty and the bun.
Disturbing. Well, that was certainly an eventful day. Got a lot of questions. Don't really know the answers.
Yes.
Convinces me more that I know nothing.
As
Really,
good.
sorry.
No.
It's really, really interesting about how that person just died when supposedly nobody dies here anymore. It's
I
kind
know.
of crazy.
It's really, really strange.
It's very peculiar with all that we discovered today. That somebody would be dying, around the same time of our discoveries, but perhaps it's just a coincidence.
Rub it in, why don't you?
Well, I mean, I'm not trying to say it was us. Obviously, of course, we had no idea. But still,
It was
it's
not us.
no, definitely not us. It's just
Coincidence, yeah.
yeah.
I'm sure we'll find out more once we go down tomorrow and find the other end of the threads that you see, Teddy.
Well, we might be able to do that, or we might be heading down underground. Did you guys get your weapons?
No, they weren't ready yet, so
They should be ready pretty soon because it is now evening in the community.
yeah. Well, we all knew that they weren't working on them while they were sitting in the sun, so
Right.
probably go check on them after dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Did Cole did say he was coming back, right?
Who knows? He's a very individual kind of guy, it seems.
Very independent for sure.
Indeed.
All right.
It's an admirable trait.
As your dinner comes to a close, the front door bursts open. Adventurers! I knew I'd find you here. Wait, one of you is missing. It is I,
Yeah.
Crystal.
Oh. How can we help you tonight?
Well, I have heard that there will be a raid by the Dark Ones this evening, and I was hoping I could count on you.
Wow, a raid.
Yes.
Oh,
Our weapons are in the process of being finished up, and they should be ready this evening, perhaps. So
Perfect timing, just like you, adventurers.
What prompted this raid? Do we know?
Oh, it happens all the time. They are jealous of our light, even while they spurn the light. We know we cannot see into the inner workings of their broken minds.
Makes sense.
Interesting. Well, where shall we meet you?
Oh, at the top of the tunnel that I showed you earlier, the one that leads down to their place.
Got it. Okay. Yes, once we have our weapons, I suppose we'll make our way there.
Perfect. I look forward to seeing you. You will be paramount in the defense of our lovely home here and its many, many innocents.
Indeed. Oh,
Indeed.
Well,
before you leave, what happened out there with that woman?
oh, you saw that. Oh, dreadful. I'm so sorry. Well, we're really not sure. One of our resident doctors is planning to take a look. She apparently she screamed and then just keeled over. It's very, very bizarre. That's how it used to happen here long before we had the blessing of the sun, of course, but not since then. Very strange.
That is strange. I hope
It
it's
was-
not related to the underground dark people.
Oh no, I suspect not. But I mean, who knows? They come up with conniving and dastardly deeds and acts all the time. It was the weird part was that she was one of our newer ones. She had only just recently migrated here.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yes.
Where did she come from? Do we know?
The
or-
northern community,
Huh.
Sunny
I
Farm.
know-
So usually these are communal triads, and you guys just haven't asked about or seen the third one. He just said Sunny Farm is the northern community. It's where we're growing the moss.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Wow. That's very unfortunate.
Indeed.
Huh. Okay, well, I suppose we'll see you later then, Crystal.
Yes. This evening. I look forward to it. Bang, bang.
Okay.
Is he gone?
Yep. That was bang, door open, bang, door closed.
I figured. Okay, so it looks like we're going to need to leave this town a lot sooner than we thought. So what's the game plan here?
I think we kind of need to go find Cole first.
Weapons, coal, escape.
Yeah.
Fortunately, if everybody security-wise is dealing with this raid, then I'm sure
Are we whispering this because the robots are right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
this is just between like the table.
What are
Hush, hush.
robots?
I'm sorry. The zombie people
Proprietors.
are right
Strange bartenders.
The twins, yeah.
So you finish up your meal. It's a couple of hours post sun, so into the evening. What are you up to?
I'm drunk.
You definitely
Yes.
something.
Should we go get our weapons?
Yes.
All right.
Okay. You make your way across town towards the smith.
Wait, did we pack up our stuff first?
Oh, I don't know. You packing up your room?
I pretty
Or
much
we-
have everything in my backpack that I
Okay.
carry.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I ever left anything with it at the end. So
All right. So if you had something down there, maybe you go and shove it back into your bag, and then head over to the smithy. Ooh, hey, good to see ya.
Hmm. Good to see you too, sir. Are our weapons completed?
Well, about that, you see, what had happened was, I am admittedly unfamiliar with these, material types, and, I made amazing weapons, ha 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 ha.
Really?
Yeah,
Amazing.
He pulls up a big box and he hands them all out.
Ooh. Okay. So what do each of these look like?
I mean, they still look more or less the same. All you're really paying him to do was fashion them into like grippable, functional weapons.
Right.
So like the from most of it, from point to 3/4 down, looks basically exactly the same. And below that, he's ground down into like rough handles and then wrapped them up so that they're grippable or something like that on the variety of them. Then like on the arrowheads, if you go over to the bow, you'll find the same. It's just they've been wrapped properly and attached to the arrow shaft.
Wonderful. Thank you for putting these together for us.
Oh, no problem. Been a pleasure. I had not worked with this kind of material before, and I'm glad to say it was difficult, but gives you that feeling of accomplishment.
Absolutely.
Well, I hear you'll be assisting in the defense tonight. We appreciate that.
Yes, we've been asked to assist in that. So
Yes, the captain came by and told me to get a move on in case I hadn't already finished, because you guys were helping out.
Oh, I see. Huh.
I still need to go to the Fletcher and get the arrowheads.
Yeah. Stay safe. Don't die in the raid.
Yeah, thank you. Praise the sun.
Praise the sun.
Are you guys going with me to the Fletcher? Or are you gonna go look for coal? Okay.
Yes, that is a good idea. I'll walk the dog about and go to the bathroom.
sweet. Break time.
Quick break. Have we all returned? James here.
I'm getting a drink real quick, and I'll be right back.
Okay.
I made a drink and then promptly spilled it on my shirt.
Nice.
I've been drinking coffee all day, and then I made one drink.
Do you have a regular coffee maker or do you have a Keurig?
No, I have French press.
Oh, nice.
Even
I usually
fancier.
nobody has French presses because most people don't. But that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I got one like a year and a half ago, I want to say, or 2 years ago. Actually, 2 years ago now for work. It's
Is
like
it
this. Is it what?
Bodum? I feel this is like tapping into my work. So
Oh no, I don't know. I don't remember what brand it is. It's this alligator looking one, whatever.
yeah, I don't know what that is. Looks cool though.
Yeah, and I bought a smaller one or bigger one for work,
Mhm.
and then I bought another one for myself. And I left the one at work still, so before I quit, I have to go back in and
Damn.
get it.
Yeah, I definitely left my last one at our old place because I just didn't pack it, and I was like, "Fuck it." So
But these are the metal ones. The glass ones are a lot cheaper, but they break easier.
yeah,
But this one I actually really liked it.
I've tried the glass ones, and then I had a ceramic one that I was using for a while. I like the ceramic one a little bit better. I don't know. It just felt like sturdier, you know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, the
I like-
glass ones broke twice at work, so I was like, screw
yeah,
that.
that does suck.
I'm getting a metal one, so I got that. But yeah, they're really, they work fine. I don't know, I like them. I had a Keurig machine for a while, but then it was like with a guy, like my ex, like 10 years or 5 years. This was when they first started coming out.
Yeah,
He got one. And when we broke up, I was like, you know what? I probably don't need to get one of those, and I could just stop being lazy and just make regular coffee. And then that's when I started making regular coffee again. And then I got these, and I'm like, ooh, I like this even better. So
yeah. That does bring up a good point because I was like, I have a regular coffee maker right now, and I had a Keurig like years ago, but I hated the quality of like coffee in a Keurig because it just seemed like it just doesn't have the same flavorful aspect as like when you make it in a normal coffee maker. But now I'm like, I make coffee in my coffee maker, and then like it's just been like I drink 1 cup, and then there's like 4 cups worth of coffee just going to waste every time, which is my fault. I can make less, but it's like I err on the side of making more in case I want more, so it saves me time. And now I'm like, should I just go back to like a like mini like single serve, you know, like Keurig or something? Because it just feels like a waste. So I don't know. I'm on the fence. But you make a great point about French presses, and now I'm like, should I just go back to a French press? Because it's like super easy.
yeah,
So-
you just pour in your ground
Yeah.
coffee and then hot water, and then let it sit, and then press it. Done.
Exactly.
And you get to pick how much you put in there. So again, it's up to you.
Right. And
Um,
it's like handy because you can just like transport it wherever you're at too.
Yeah.
Like that's what I loved about them. So, damn it, more things to think about.
yeah, my mom and my stepdad have a Keurig machine, and they also have a coffee maker as well. So they the coffee maker is set to go off every morning because my stepdad likes the coffee in the morning, so he has that pre-made. But then throughout the day, they can just add another cup or whatever they want. And I got kind of hard because I stayed with them for like 3 weeks, and then I came back and I was like, oh, I gotta make my own coffee again.
Life's so hard now.
Yeah, it's so hard. Yeah.
James, have you returned?
I am back.
All right. We return. You've collected your weaponry. Cole is chilling. What are you doing now?
Me?
No, then
I'm still.
I know
yeah,
what you're
yeah.
doing.
Okay.
Well, we were planning on going to go find Cole. Are we still planning on going to go find Cole?
But do any of you even know where he is?
Well, no. That's why we had to go find him.
I
I mean, he
Mhm.
did say that he needed
Figured
a
out.
drink
He did.
multiple
There you
times.
go. Okay, you remembered the thing. He did say he needed a drink.
I know he's at a bar somewhere, but I don't know where any of the bars are, so we'll have to ask around.
Okay. So is that the plan?
Sure.
Ask around until we find him.
All right.
Yeah.
You ask around. There are not many bars in the city, as again, most people don't really need the drinks. You check the first one, he's not there. You check the second one, bam, Cole's chilling on a far table, head down, fast asleep.
Oh.
Is he passed out or just sleeping? Like,
This
I think-
is gonna be really difficult.
Adventurers!
oh God, not
Just
again.
kidding, guys. Just kidding. Just kidding. Hey, what's up?
Hey,
Hey.
what's going on with our friend here? Did he just get?
Oh,
Jump-
he asked for the mushroom wine. That's what happens.
Oh, how long will he be out?
Like 8 hours.
Oh,
Wow. Okay.
We also
well,
call it, some people like to call it sleepy wine. I feel like that's a little misleading. It ain't, it's mushroom wine.
Is there an antidote?
Magic. Y'all got any of them there clerics? No? Then probably not. Oh, doesn't work on the Sun Blessed. So I guess y'all could do that.
what? Shove a crystal in him and wake
Yeah,
him up?
Do the ritual.
I don't know if we could do that again. Oh my God.
Here's the thing about that. We're a very tight knit group of adventurers, and we're interested in, like making sure that we're not overstepping our boundaries with one another. And
That's
consent-
mighty kind of you. Very thoughtful. I approve.
he can't consent, to such things. So,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
You don't want to impose that on him.
Yeah,
without
of
his-
course.
So, I suppose we'll just have to carry him back to our inn.
Oh, well, all right.
Ernar?
Oh shit. I tried to
But we
fireman
means you.
carry.
Yeah.
Throw him over my shoulder.
All right.
Both are
Cole,
just like,
Cole is not a small dude. It is
No.
like if you don't have like a 14 strength, you probably can't carry him for like
Can we
long distances. Yeah,
It's
you can team carry him.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking we'd
Okay. All right.
I'll get his front end. You get his back end. Jesus.
It takes an annoyingly long time. You have to stop to rest several times, but eventually you get Cole back to the inn.
do. Perfect. Perhaps we should move him upstairs and, Teddy, do you have anything that you think you could do to wake him up?
Oh no, I don't have anything for this.
I didn't think so. Well,
I could cure his wounds, but he doesn't have wounds. He just.
I feel like there's an issue because if we say we can't do this raid because one of us is sick or something, they'll just say, oh, we'll do the ritual. It will cure you of all your ailments. And that doesn't leave a lot of room. So how do we kill 8 hours and not show up for that raid?
Well, we could always drink some of
But then they might find us all, and they might stuff crystals in our stomachs.
That's
True.
true.
I say we just, do what we need to do and let the rest take its course.
I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Oh well, we leave him here, and the three. We should bring him with us. That's true.
Yeah, I don't really
Probably.
want to leave him and something happened to him then either. So
Right.
So we'll carry him to the edge and then leave his body right behind us as we fight. I'm
just
just
don't think
I'm
it's a good
just
idea
trying
that
to
we fight.
make sure I'm picking up what you guys are putting down, you know?
I'm really worried that if we get down there, they're going to insist that we become one of them.
Mm. Mm.
I don't really know. I had imagined we'd get out of town before this became an issue, but obviously,
Yeah, no, agreed. Yeah. It's really unfortunate. What does this medicine thing do?
Let me get some cold water.
What does the medicine check do? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
It is a skill check that enables you to treat certain minor wounds and maladies.
Yeah, see, I don't know if that would fix him though.
You can always roll and give it a shot.
True.
Okay. I'm gonna roll and give it a shot then.
Okay. Roll medicine.
All right.
You're pretty sure. You're almost positive, in fact, that he drank a lot.
dang it.
Yeah. Does anybody have any?
I'll go get the bucket of cold water.
Okay.
All right. So bucket of water, then use shape water to make it cold.
Okay. Hold on just a moment. Okay. All right, you got a bucket of almost icy water. Now what?
Splash him.
Right in the face?
Yes.
Is his mouth open?
I don't know. Cole, would you say you're a mouth open kind of sleeper?
With how deep this sleep is going, probably.
Yep. All right. Mouth's open.
All right. Splash him on the chest.
All right. Right across the chest.
Yep.
Cole, you've been having the most vivid dreams of your entire life. Some good, some bad, some, most of somewhere in between, but they are like full on super crazy. You're dreaming of like living in the above world where they have carriages and horses and all sorts of stuff that you only hear about in picture books. It's magical. All sorts of, stuff like that. And then your dream, you dream of this like terrifying frost wolf, and it has this like, it howls. When it howls, it breathes frosty air and it blasts you across the chest. You're like, it burns with the coldness. Cole in the real world screams out in like shock and pain, and he's like, sits up, kind of looks around just a moment, and collapses off the ground.
Well, that usually works.
Dang it. There's nothing you know of as a baker that you could instantly wake someone up with a fresh smell of something or another under their nose.
Hey, I still have this cupcake.
Smelling salts, maybe?
I just remembered I had that. I never ate the cupcake from the other day. I wonder if that would help, or would
You
that
can
just
try
make
it.
it worse? Like,
I have no idea at this point.
Both Rezagale and Theodore, you are pretty sure that it most certainly definitely won't help, but if she gave it to you, it would help you.
Yeah. You know that Actually, he handed that over to me. I'm sure that it would give me more strength, and I could probably have a strengthened brain in order to figure out this issue.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure that that's how that works. And I haven't gotten to dissect it yet, so I was just going to use it to wake Cole up as a last resort. However,
It does look so tasty, though.
I'm just gonna put this away now.
I'm gonna just like make a mental note of where she puts it.
All right. It's definitely in her pack.
Cheese!
Cheese!
Yes, it is cheese 2.0. Oh my god. I didn't even think of it. Son of a bitch. Got me with that cheese.
Is it like cracked cheese? Is
Yeah,
that-
from the last game, there was a highly addictive mystical cheese.
Yes,
Sweet.
exactly. Like this.
Well, I was at one point thinking we could maybe like smack him awake and then stuff it in his mouth while he's half awake and get him to eat it. But if that's not gonna work, then I don't think I have anything else in this pack.
Damn it. I just don't know what else we could do. We can't
we-
drag
I
him
got
out.
nothing.
We could try to make him throw up, but I feel like at this point it's already too late.
Agreed.
Oh, it's probably pretty well in his head now.
Mm.
Mm.
Have fun fighting.
Why you do this, Cole?
So he survives.
Yeah, this volunteered easy way out of the fight.
God damn it. Well, we could
Or-
leave town without him. That's also an option.
But then they will shove a crystal in his belly and
I mean, as much as I'd like for him to wake up right now and we take him on and leave, he's put us in quite a predicament.
but he is part of the group, and as much as I'm loath to say this, we do need him for our fights, so
This is one of those pivotal points where we could just as easily kill one of our most powerful players.
Just leave him behind. I mean, he doesn't die that way. He just lives a perfectly happy life praising the sun.
Sure, of course. I mean, who wouldn't want that?
I agree.
I mean, basically immortal at that point.
Exactly.
So,
I
I'm
mean,
doing it a favor.
I'm just saying.
We're all terrible people.
Yep, basically. If that wasn't apparent ever before.
Well, we should make sure he stays alive somehow. I'm just.
All right, fine.
Other than just leaving him here locked up in his room, I don't know if there's anything else we can do.
Let's just go fight this fight. Maybe we won't have any implications because of it, but I feel like we're kind of stuck having to do that. If we're here, we have to fight.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go.
Well, we need to make sure that they're going to pay us well for what we're doing.
Oh, sure. We should get there and definitely negotiate what this means for us.
Mm-hmm.
yes. Agreed.
Right. Well, let's go find Crystal and make our arrangements.
All right. Onward.
I say sweet dreams as I leave and smack him and then walk out.
Damn you!
All right, the three of you head out. You make your way towards where you were directed that the cavern exit was, and There you'll find the Crystal Guard as well as a good number of the Town Guard, all kind of like checking their gear and preparing for the raid. Adventurers, I'm so glad to see you. Where is Mr. Cole?
Unfortunately, he took some sort of mushroom drink, and he is very much asleep.
Oh, he drank the sleepy wine. Oh, that's a mistake.
It was a mistake, indeed.
I'm sure he'll have some strange tales to tell in the morning, assuming we live to see it. Ha ha!
Yes, I definitely intend to be there for that. So,
I too.
could we talk about our arrangement? So if we go and, fight for this community, we would like to receive payment.
Oh yes,
As
of
we are
course, of
adventurers.
course. Well, our offer of citizenship will go from requiring payment to free. Alternatively, if you're not looking to become citizens, which is perfectly all right, we will, of course, offer actual monetary goods or perhaps a discount at some shops. You know, the earth is kind of your oyster as an adventurer.
Absolutely. I mean, unfortunately, none of us seem to intend to settle here right now, although it does seem like a great place to come when we're not
Oh,
adventurers.
it truly is.
So, if it would be possible, we would prefer to do the monetary option.
Yes, of course. Would you like your payment in golden pieces or perhaps sun crystal pieces?
That's a great question. Give us one moment. We'd just like to talk amongst ourselves.
Ah, yes, excellent, excellent. Please, I will go ahead and continue to sharpen my blade. And he gestures at his pants, but then pulls his sword out anyway.
Got it.
Oh gosh, this one.
Yep.
So, on the one hand, gold pieces, but on the other hand, crystal pieces.
True facts. That is the state of things. Yes.
Um,
I mean, the
Let's
discounted
take the-
shops and the gold. I don't know. I'm on the fence myself. Teddy?
Oh, I think we should take the crystal pieces because then we can repair our sun torches if they get damaged.
Ooh, that's interesting. I mean,
I'm always gone for the money conversations.
Yep. You seem to always be strangely absent when it's time to collect money.
so here's the thing about the crystal. Was not thinking about the sun torches, but then again, I am not completely blind in the dark, and sun torches don't.
none of us are technically blind anymore, so the
Yes.
sun torches really are more of a nice to have but not needed thing any longer. So
I think we should stick with the gold for now in case we come back.
I'm sure they have some sort of currency trade in which we could, always trade in some amount of gold for crystals or something. Right?
Sure,
Probably.
And do we ever actually think we'll come back here?
No.
Probably not. Well, we might cut past through if we ever go back. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, one never knows when adventuring
Right.
what
No,
road we may end up upon.
I agree. Okay. Well, I think
Let's
that's
go with gold.
in favor of gold. So, is it 3?
Yes.
Let's let him know then.
Ah,
Um,
you're back. My blade
yeah.
sings with sharpness.
We decided that we will be taking our payment in the form of gold, please.
Excellent. Now, in your gold, would you like it in the round coin form or in the talent sliver form? I'm not sure where you plan to go in the future, but historic records indicate that some communities prefer talent weight and some prefer the coins.
We already have coins, right?
You do.
Yeah.
Maybe we should
Hey,
take
we like it round.
Ah, yes, round.
And that's
good
particularly round and nice.
Yes, a good shape for sure. The talents there, more rectangular, edges and whatnot. Nonsense. All right, coins it is.
All right.
All right. I was gonna go with you on that one, but all right.
Right.
It's fine.
Uh-oh. That was the F word. I'm in trouble.
Yeah, this is fine.
God. It's just fine.
Mhm,
It's
yeah, whatever.
fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, sure.
fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I wanted talents or anything. It's fine.
Fine.
Save me, Randy. I'm about to die.
You chose this. I only put the options.
Yeah,
out
okay.
there. This is entirely your fault.
It's really fine now. It's fine.
I'm dying.
Just
All right.
remember this next time we have a choice to leave somebody behind, okay?
True. Cole, in your mushroom wine sleep state, like I said, you're having really vivid, wild dreams. When you wake up a couple hours from now, it won't be the full 8 hours. You're a big dude with a much higher metabolism rate than your average human.
I drink.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's probably gonna be like 4 or 5 hours for you, which is still a decent chunk of time. But what's really gonna stick with you is that a lot of your dreams had this repeating theme, that there was this poor, trapped, like slowly fading creature, calling out for help, but no one could hear her. That she lived under the light of the sun and was tortured to be burned by it every day for hours and hours.
When you say creature,
Yes.
is it like a pet? Possibly.
You have no idea. You just like it's more like like you're watching anime or a cartoon show and it's just this like rough circle and it's more of a voice and they needed some shape to personify a voice. So
Yep.
in your dream, it's like you're looking at this darkness, and you get that feeling that oh, it's hurting, and then it cries out to you in pain, and then like, throughout the course of several dreams, you come upon this idea that it's being slowly tortured to death.
Possible pet. Got it. Say
Possible
less.
pet.
Underground.
Yes.
Underground.
Oh, yeah,
under
trapped
sun.
underground,
thing.
under the sun for hours
Possible
every
pet.
day.
Let's go.
All right, so you'll
Put
wake
on
up.
the zoo.
You're gonna wake up around like 9:30, right about the time that the battle is starting, but you have no idea about this, so you're just gonna wake up alone in your room. What are you doing?
But so I'm in my room. Do I remember drinking? Like, do I know?
You definitely remember going to the bar.
Right.
And like,
And I know
ordering the mushroom wine, but
I know myself.
everything after your first drink, completely gone.
But I know. Okay, so like in here, yeah, I can figure out what happened from that point because nobody else knows where I would sleep at in my specific room, so that's easy.
Right.
All right, I'm gonna get up and walk downstairs.
Okay. Adventurer.
Where did they go?
Adventure.
Where?
Adventure.
Location?
Deep in the heart of the mountain sleeps a dragon atop his hoard. Go there. Adventure.
I'm gonna leave. I just because I still have everything. Okay, I just walk out. I just leave.
Okay. All right.
Is there anything
let's say
that
for
I
the-
noticed outside?
Let's say for the, just like for ease, they dropped your weapons off on your person when they dropped you off here.
Oh, how convenient.
'Cause
Okay.
I don't want to have to like remember that and then forget and then like three
Right.
sessions from now I'm gonna be like, haha, you don't have those daggers. Get fucked.
Right.
Let's
Okay.
not do
Yeah.
So I walk outside. Is there anything I notice or like?
No.
Well,
it seems-
are you at all curious as to how your weapons came to you?
No, I figured you guys carried me back
Right,
and you
he-
guys
he's
gave me
made
my
the rough
weapons. I don't know
assumption-
where you guys are.
Right.
Yeah, you guys have brought me back. You gave me the weapons because they were finished, and now I'm like, all right, I don't know where they are. So
Yeah. So you head
Yeah.
onto the. It's basically
like,
the exact
I have
same.
no clue.
Right. It's basically the exact same as it was last night.
Hey,
There are people
I'll
coming
try
and going. It just seems like a normal night here on the avenue outside the inn.
I'll character. I don't know. I don't I'll go to the weapons. I'll go to the forge.
Okay.
'Cause I want to actually ask him about the coin again.
He looks like he's getting ready to close up. It's about the same time you came by yesterday, near the end of his workday. Oh, hey, you didn't come by earlier, but they got your weapons. I hope to give them to you.
Yeah, I got him right here.
Yeah,
Thank you for that, by the way.
Quality material.
Yes, it was very hard to salvage. They say where they were going by any chance?
The Fletcher.
Fletcher. What is that?
That's the bowyer, the guy who makes the bows and the arrows.
Ah, yes, very well. Also, are we okay?
Oh yeah, water under the bridge.
Yes, okay.
Oh God, here it comes again.
But here's the thing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You seem to be the only one that I know that knows anything about the metal. I understand I am not going to force. I know. I'm just saying I am not against anything here. I would just like to know what I'm carrying to be better equipped.
What do you mean? That you brought that to me?
Yes, but I don't have any idea what it is.
Oh well, it's just a very tough, very pointy fang of some big beastie.
No, not the weapon. I'm talking about the coin I showed you.
I don't recall that. I'm sorry.
This might not be.
Very well. So I just nod and I go over to the Fletcher.
Okay. You head over to the Fletcher and you look familiar. Have I seen you before?
Perhaps I was with a few others the last time that I was here.
The bone arrowheads. Yeah, I remember.
Yes. By chance, did they say where they were going after they got the
They said
arrowheads?
what was it? They were looking for a friend of theirs.
Yes, makes sense. Well, they found me.
Oh, it's you. That's good.
Yes, very well. Well, I'm glad whatever they're doing must be exciting. It's kind of late for them not to be around, but who cares? They're their own people.
True. You gotta live your own life, follow your own path.
Right. I could use another drink. Anyway.
The bar's open late.
Perhaps. Well, good seeing you.
Good seeing you.
I
Come
go
back
back to the bar.
sometime. All right, you head back to the bar. You walk in. You walk in, and the bartender looks up and, holy shit, you're awake already.
Yeah. No,
Is
tougher
is my wine going sour?
No, I'm just very experienced in drinking different sorts and types.
Well, all right. I mean, yeah, I guess you're a big fella.
I'm assuming my fellow travelers came and got me.
The other adventurers, they came by. Okay, scooped you up, said they were gonna put you in your room.
Do you know where they went after that? I can't seem to find them.
Somebody is, I don't know, hanging a picture, something. After that, well, no, they left here with you and said they were gonna go put you in the inn.
All right. Have you heard anything going on? Any other
A woman
strange things with
died
people
today.
being? Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, like
that
first
rare
one,
around here?
first person to die since we received the blessing of the sun. Crazy news.
Yes. Very. I feigned shock. Yes. Very shocking. Wonder what could have happened there.
Me too. I maybe the ritual didn't go right, or you know what? She probably didn't praise the sun. Praise the sun.
Hey, praise the sun. All right. Well, this has been great. If you had to guess, where do you think they would be?
The inn.
Like, where should I check?
The inn where they dropped you off.
They're not at the. Give me your second option.
Oh,
I was just there.
You know, a lot of people, when they're just got like nothing to do, they'll hang out in the Sun Plaza even when there's no sun.
I'm gonna give him 5 gold coins. Appreciate the drink.
Oh,
Walk out.
that's far too much, friend. He tries to push 4 of them back to you.
Nah, please, I insist.
Oh, that's too kind. Too kind. Well, come on back anytime.
And I walk out.
All right.
All right. I mean, I'm awake. I just spent time sleeping.
Yep. Now what?
Yeah, in character. I'm like genuine. I'm like, what do I do now?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all could have left a note, by the way. Anyway,
Yeah, I thought about it, but you were supposed to be out for 8 hours. The guy said you're gonna be out for 8 hours, so
notes are super helpful. You know, just anything. Just
and we did mention that we were going to go fight to multiple people. Just none of them mentioned it to you.
Like, I don't know what to tell you. All right. I guess I'll just like in character I want to know where they're at, but I don't know who to ask. So I'll just so I'm outside. People are just walking around.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people. I mean, not tons of them, but yeah, regular amounts of people.
Yeah. See, but I wouldn't just randomly ask about anything.
The nearest people walking by are like, "Oh yeah, man, I went to the Sweetorium, talked to Susie. She was great as always. You know, I've had a crush on her for like a long time, and she gave me extra sprinkles, bro."
I really love sprinkles, so I feel that. Extra sprinkles.
Just saying. We didn't call.
I guess I'll just walk around the town.
Okay, you go for a long stroll.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like I don't.
Roll me a D100 to see whether you get lucky or unlucky, or really unlucky. All right, just barely unlucky. You don't end up you don't get lucky enough and wander towards the side of the town where the tunnel is to hear the fight. You do get just barely unlucky, and like you kind of naturally or accidentally trend toward the opposite side of town. You know, like the guy mentioned the Sun Plaza, so you figure, all right, what the hell? I'll go check it out. So you wander over to the Sun Plaza, and he's right. There's few dozen people just kind of hanging out. Maybe some of them are chilling, having dinner, like a picnic dinner kind of deal, even though there's nothing really nice about this place. It's probably just that they're so fond of it because it's the Sun Plaza. Right. But then as you're passing through the Sun Plaza, you hear that voice from your dreams.
My pet.
Potentially.
Yes, of course. So I'm gonna remember, like, because I do remember that the wires came from underneath, right there, right? Like that he was like the threads were going down.
Right. You probably couldn't easily locate the exact spot again.
But I know that it's under.
You know it's under the Sun Plaza, and it's somewhere in the middle area.
And that, my good friend, is probable cause to go towards the tunnel that they mentioned when we first got here. So I'm going to try to go towards where the underground is.
Okay. So you're gonna head for the tunnel that leads to the Dark Worshippers, as that's the only thing you know of that leads down.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, trio. You have been here for the last like half hour or so, preparing for battle. The captain has been talking to his fellow Crystal Guard, and then they've been talking to the regular guards, and then he comes over and he's like, "Okay, we think they're coming soon. Are you ready?"
I don't know. Are we ready? Do we have any special equipment that we need?
Oh, well, they're not a big fan of the light. If you really feel like, like blasting them with those sun torches that you brought, that'll do it. Or, of course, the regular weapons and like magic stuff, still good.
And we have all of our sun torches right now because
Yep.
you had mine right there. Yeah. And they're all
I-
charged.
No.
Mine is.
I
Oh,
have
wait,
the
no,
same.
actually, Cole has all of them.
Yeah, oh, except for mine.
Oh, yeah, except for you, because you didn't need to bring yours out. So you have only Arenars.
Woo! God damn it.
Mine was still full at that point
Oh,
in
was it?
time.
Okay, so
Well,
then...
well, I probably still have mine.
Okay, so Rezigo doesn't have hers, and Cole has Rezigale and Cole's.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay, so that's better than not having
Yeah.
any. All right. Is there any particular plan that a strategy that you guys have?
Kill him.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go bear. So
All right.
I'm gonna use my new daggers.
Okay.
So-
okay. And then I promptly turn into a bear.
All right, you bear up. You pull out your new Dragon Fang daggers.
Do I need
Pull
to
out my wrist.
I'll add them to your, I'll add them to your sheet in a little bit. Just pretend they're regular daggers for now.
Okay.
Teddy pulls out his whisk, and you're getting ready for anything. You don't know what's coming, and then you hear this like low hum, but it's not coming from the tunnel. It's coming from all around you. Yeah. You look around, and it looks like they're all humming. All the guards, all the fighters on your side are like,
I'm gonna start doing it too.
Okay. As the humming kind of like synchronizes and everyone gets as close as possible on pitch, the crystal guards, all the ones wearing crystal armor, start to glow.
Ooh.
Can I smell anything in this form now?
Yeah,
Like-
you definitely smell a lot of things actually. Like the crystal guards smell really bad. Not like evil bad, like they never take the armor off kind of bad.
Ugh.
And the tunnel actually smells like the tunnel down to the dark ones smells very fresh, very like fresh plant, fresh moss growth, very like clean, kind of good smell.
Okay. I will not tell you guys this, obviously, because I'm in bear form. But
Raw, 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 raw.
but I definitely sniff in every direction, and then I look at you guys, and I'm like, sniff, sniff,
Yes, sniff, sniff.
sniff, sniff.
Yeah. Good
Not
to
that-
know.
Not that that means anything
Right,
to you,
right,
but
of course. So they start to the humming grows louder, and like as the crystal armor picks up that resonance, it like the armor itself begins to hum, and then the people stop, and it's just the armor humming like loud and starting to glow bright. And all of the crystal guard grow like a solid 3 or 4 feet in height, and like they're getting way bigger. Not just a little bit that you saw when you guys came in; they almost double in size. And then they like reach onto their backs, because until now none of them have carried weapons except for like basic heavy crossbows. They reach onto their backs and just kind of pull at one of the crystal shards and pull off this massive crystal blade, and like hold it into 2 hands.
Great.
And then like kind of beneath the loud humming, you start to hear this kind of quiet, high-pitched scream as it coming from the tunnel.
like sort of a screech. But
Something. It sounds more like a scraping, like metal, like metal on metal, kind of high-pitched squeal,
Yeah.
or maybe like metal on glass. A few moments of this goes by, and that kind of high-pitched, squealy, scraping sound grows louder and louder, really to like rival the heavy hum. And the crystal guards step forward in front of everyone and point their giant crystal greatswords down the tunnel. And you hear that hum kind of rise to a peak, and they just like fucking ion cannon the tunnel. It's just straight into the tunnel, it down into the darkness, and you hear screams of agony and like horrifying sounds. And then they the glow like really rapidly fades from the crystal guard. They're still big, but they were like super bright. Now they're just kind of softly glowing, and they step back and they look really drained if you see their faces, and they like step back behind everybody, and then all the regular guards step up around the corners and like they form a big hemisphere, and they leave you guys a spot right at the back.
Really surprised they like bolted right now at the beginning. That seems like not that smart, but okay.
Do you step into the space they leave you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like a good solid 30-45 seconds, like long enough for you to wonder, like, is anything happening? What's going on? But all the guards look ready. And then coming out of the tunnel are maybe like 24 small, like very thin, extremely burnt like creatures. They look like they have a face and eyes and like a mouth and stuff like that, but they're not like any sort of critter you've ever seen before. They're like a little, their body's a little like cylindrical in shape, and their hair kind of blooms out and like a helmet kind of top.
So these aren't like humans.
They definitely don't look like humans. They're about the size of like halflings. So that, you know, somewhere around 3 to 3.5 feet. But they come running out, and I need the three of you to make insight checks. Aranar and Aranar alone. The Rezagale and Theodore, they come running out. They're all like fucked up from the fucking, you know, beans o' death. And they run out. They see the crowd, and then they pull out these kind of like, they've only got like three fingers and a thumb. They don't have full 5 digits. But they're all got like long kind of jaggedy claws on the ends of them. They pull out their arms like, ah! Aranar, before they saw all of you in the crowd, they looked like they were terrified and running from something, not that they were running to you guys up here for murdery reasons. But either way, the moment they spot the crowd, they go rah! and like, you know, leap into combat. However, you will also notice just as fast that they are all basically almost dead from the blasts. So they are like you. They're plenty of guard, especially with you, you know, practiced adventurers. We're not even going to roll into combat. You literally just mow them down and tear them apart.
Jesus. Okay.
So we slaughter them.
Oh yeah, absolutely slaughtered. Not a single guard or any of you take a single point of damage.
This might be the easiest money we've ever made and will ever make, but at what cost? I don't know. We just kill allies.
Some things you'll notice as the combat wears down, because like when you're in combat, you know, you're fighting, you know, your adrenaline's up, you're doing fighting things. As it wears down and things come to a pretty rapid end, you'll notice that there's no blood on the ground. These creatures don't appear to bleed. And the ones that are like actually like chopped apart are not, I mean, they're very not human. They don't look like they have bones or anything like that.
I'm just gonna kind of look over at Teddy and Aranar and go like, what are these things?
Cole, you come striding up, or maybe jogging up, since you finally had, you know, like you got into the area, you spotted the fight in progress and started, you know, jogged over to figure out what's happening. You arrive just as things are winding down, and you see the giant crystal guard shrink back down to normal size, and the Crystal, the captain of the crystal guard, comes back over. Whew! That was a tough one, adventurers. I don't think we'd have made it without you here. It's a good thing.
Yeah, really glad I was here for it.
Oh,
really
Cole,
feel like we did a lot
you
there. Yes.
were an all-star out there. Nice work.
Thank you. Did you see the backflip?
Did
you see the backflip?
I'm surprised that you only did one. You're so agile.
Thank you. You know, are we going in? Going in, right?
after this, like if you now, I mean that's y'all's mission. Our mission is just to guard the city. So if y'all want to go
Okay.
down there, by all means.
Speaking of, great work again. Been here the whole time. You are a beast. What do you know about, there being? Has anybody ever traversed into the darkness?
We tried many times to beat back the foes, but their defenses are impregnable. And you know us, we need the light, and there's only darkness down there.
I see. Well, if since you guys have done such a great job, we'll take it from here. I think we'll just go ahead and go on in. Right, guys?
How close are we to him?
Who, Cole or Crystal?
Cole.
He's like right over there, 5 or 10 feet away.
So can we hear him?
Oh yeah, you hear the whole thing.
Yeah, that's why I said right, guys. Yeah, right, guys. By the way, y'all are
I
great.
huff and then sigh deeply, but I can't say anything else.
Rawr, rawr,
There.
rawr, rawr.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We'll just collect our.
I pet the bear on the head.
We'll just collect our reward when we come back.
Come back, but that easiest.
No, we want our money now.
Oh yeah, yes, of course. I'll have your money delivered to your inn rooms if you prefer, or if you'd like it now, I can send for it if you're willing to wait.
No,
Wait.
just later. Just later.
How long would it take, sir?
Oh, 15 minutes at most.
Let's wait.
I sit down.
Well, I'll scout ahead.
Sounds good,
So-
Cole.
Yep.
All right.
I
right.
snort.
Cole, like you just jog off into the tunnel.
Yes.
All right. The captain looks odd for a moment. He's taking his helmet off and he's wiping the sweat away, looking like he did a lot of battling, and then he kind of goes blank for a moment. Your reward. It's too bad Cole wasn't here. I really missed his actions. I'm sure he would have done great.
Yeah, I'm sure he would have too, but mushroom drink, right?
Yeah, that sleep wine, man, tough stuff.
Yeah. Are we sending for the reward now?
Oh yes, of course. Squire Higgins, please. Yes, Captain. Squire Higgins, if you would go and to the governmental treasury and requisition the reward for these fine adventurers. Yes, Captain Higgins, of course. Just running off.
Wonderful. How often are these raids happening down here?
Oh, maybe once a lunar cycle.
Wow. Interesting.
Start examining my claws.
Lunar cycle?
Yes. You know how when the sun is the sun and it's awesome? You know that part, yeah?
Praise the sun.
Praise the sun. Yeah. Well, there's this other thing, this evil circle called the moon, and sometimes it also is up there.
Crazy.
Yeah, and it seems like when it's up there, sometimes there's only some of it, and sometimes there's all of it, and we're pretty sure when there's none of it, that means something evil's happening.
When you said the word moon, I kind of looked at you and then went back to my claws.
Okay. It's because you're an evil bear. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
That's
yeah,
it.
uh-huh.
Yes.
100%. An evil moon bear.
Evil moon bear. Okay. 15 minutes go by, and Squire Higgins comes back with a largish bag and 3 empty sacks, and hands it over to the captain. Thank you, Squire Higgins. Oh, yes, Captain. Well, here you are, adventurers. I'll go ahead and split it up for you. Wouldn't want anyone to feel anything was uneven. I know how adventurers like the even. What's the phrasing? Even Speven. Yes, even Speven. And he starts pouring coins into bags.
Yay.
All three of you get 75 gold coins.
Yay! Money, money, money.
This is what happens when you leave all the time, Cole.
Especially when you put your mask on when you're talking to people.
We are who we are.
Mm-hmm.
70 gold.
75 gold.
Ah,
Yay!
almost enough for me to get my find familiar.
Almost. Alright, now what? Well, we're gonna have to rest, go ahead and repair our weapons and gear. If y'all are headed down to the tunnel, don't forget to go get Cole. You wouldn't want to leave him here and him not know where you were.
Yeah, I think I actually saw him go past, so I think he's already on his
What?
way down.
Go past?
Yeah.
We've been here all afternoon. There's no way he got past us.
I don't know, maybe I missaw it, but I'm sure it'll be fine. We'll just figure it out.
Oh, well, all right. Do you say so? Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Adventure! And he goes walking away.
Perfect. All right, let's go on down, I guess, since our lovely companion is already on his way.
You mistook companion for leader, but
Nope. Very intentional.
Alrighty. Cole, how far down this thing are you going? Are you actually going, or are you just going to get up there and wait? What was your plan?
I'm just going until I see something of like danger or interest.
Okay. It's a good trek. A couple miles is like long as this singular like low angle shaft. So you'll be going for a good 20-30 minutes if you're not planning on like running.
No, I'm not running. Yeah, I'm just moseying.
Okay. About 20, 25.
Because I know they'll follow.
About 25 minutes pass, and the tunnel does start to flatten from the angle slowly but surely, and the air starts to feel a lot more damp. And then another 5 or so minutes pass, and you exit the tunnel and find yourself in what can only be really described as like a cave swamp. Like you step out onto very moist moss, and it makes an audible squelchy noise. With just the limits of your dark vision, you can't see a whole lot. You're definitely on what appears to be a very damp moss bed, but other than that, you don't really see anything. Just you're in definitely a wide cavern, as both of the walls that went immediately horizontal, and you don't hear a lot of echoes. So it's either super wide or there's a lot of dampening, maybe from this moss.
Right. Yeah, I'll pull out. Nah,
That's what the air conditioner's for, Jax. The air conditioner.
No, we don't have one of those in my house.
Oh no!
I have a fan, but I don't want it blowing air.
Right.
Classic California for you, or at least
Yeah.
central and
Yeah.
area.
All right, Cole, what are you doing? You're here. You're on the swamp.
pull out the sun. I pull out the sun torch.
Okay. You unsheath it.
Yeah, I draw attention to myself.
Okay.
Yes.
All of the moss in the area starts to like rapidly shrivel. Like the moment you unveil the sun torch, you get a good look at your sphere of vision, and you look down, and all of the moss is starting to like shrink and shrivel immediately. It's you hear the noise of like moss on stone, that like scratching noise as it kind of recedes.
Does not like light. Interesting.
Now what?
All right. I'll just move. I mean, how long has it been?
25 minutes.
And I know that they said it would take 15 to get the gold. I'll wait.
Okay. You keep your sun torch out while you wait.
Isn't there like a required time?
It has a 4-hour
Keep it.
limit.
No, I'll sheath it. It's
Okay.
fine.
You chunk out 15 minutes of sun time, and 'cause that's the minimum usage, and send it dark. Party 15 minutes in the past. You received your monies, and you are in the tunnel. You just headed down.
Yes, I had to absorb my monies.
Yes. Well, actually, you can't absorb new gear, so someone has to hold your monies, or you got your sack in your mouth, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I only have an hour on this, so
Right.
like eventually.
Yeah. All right. So you head down the tunnel. 25 minutes of walking later, you stumble upon the moss swamp and Cole.
Hi, friends.
I pop out of bear form. Wait, before I pop out of bear form, does it still smell the same?
It smells very fresh, very clean, very vegetative, and which makes sense now with the moss swamp.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, I pop out of bear form and throw my sack in my backpack.
Okay.
So funny story. Those
Mhm.
guys smelled awful.
Ugh.
Like
can believe it.
they hadn't showered in a hot minute, if you catch my drift.
Perhaps that's because they're afraid to take off of their armor. Their
Praise the sun.
source of energy or something. I don't know.
It's possible.
Hey, I heard someone died.
Yeah.
You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, yeah, would you?
We talked to a woman named Beatrice outside of the inn, and yeah, she told us that people rarely die around here, so that was very
It's kinda
strange.
Yeah, very strange.
Yo?
Nobody had no
I haven't. Can I feel miserable?
idea.
Yo, listen. We were talking earlier about these little mystical strings, and I find it a little too coincidental that the moment that I had to go back and warn you
Wait,
that when
are you telling me that you have a problem with Teddy murdering somebody, and we're supposed to sit around and be okay with you murdering somebody?
who did I murder?
Mr. Coin,
Who I murdered?
you are very hot-headed. You are not
But who?
afraid to get into it.
But whom have I murdered?
Thankfully, no one yet that we know of.
Without proper cots, and this,
Proper
for all we
cause.
know, is a civilian who had nothing to do with anything, unprovoked. That is now.
I actually feel that Teddy had proper cause as well. If we're going to be, very picky about
Picky?
this. Yeah.
So
picky.
I'm the problem for thinking that there is harm in murdering a civilian.
Get into it with anyone and everyone. It's.
And
I
the
would say
problem,
yes.
the problem is we have no proof that it was Teddy who caused
We
this.
don't. We really don't. Nobody
See,
knows
but
what
you weren't
happened.
there. But you weren't there when I saw the effect that whatever he was doing
I
had on the
definitely
lady.
heard her scream. I definitely did, but I have no idea what happened.
Yeah, it's completely
Imbeciles.
not.
You are all imbeciles. Anyway, yes,
Wait,
I said what I said.
At least trying to explore the ins and outs of the city's workings and their energy source, while you are just greedily over there trying to figure out how much you can spend on those coins that.
Well, I'm sorry that I discovered that my family's previous home was destroyed, and that the only link that I have to that is gone. You have not asked me about that at all, have you?
Yes, we did actually.
The only thing that you are concerned about,
I'm just.
maybe you.
You can
But
pretend
listen.
like that wasn't selfishly motivated, but we all know. We all know. It's fine. Let's just be honest. I think
All right.
Teddy was just trying to help. So if it did actually have anything to do
Regardless,
with him, then so be it. Anyway,
Cole will remember this.
Cole will remember everything, okay?
Cole will remember this.
All I know is when we needed you the most, you were wine
Yeah,
drunk on mushrooms. What the heck was
How
that
was I
about?
supposed to know that you guys were randomly going to get into a fight when we had not discussed it previously?
We always
you
randomly
think that
get
I would
into
have
a
done
fight.
that?
What do you mean?
No, we had no
In the middle of
idea.
a town?
The Crystal came to our inn and very much pushed us into a corner and said that he needed us now
And
instead
that is completely understandable, but do not attack me as if I shook responsibility that I did not know that I had.
We
Well,
literally talked
yeah.
about leaving the town, so
if you wanted to know what we were up to, you shouldn't have gone off on your own. But
that's the
Anyway.
past. We are now down here. We need to figure out what we're doing.
agreed. Yes.
I am here for my new pet that I discovered while I was having the most crazy dream,
Mushroom
getting
dreams.
attacked by ice wolves and carriages, and yeah, it's all a blur now.
Meaning of creatures, we actually encountered some that we had to take care of.
If you have a problem with me, just say so, and we can deal
I'm
with it
just
right here and
wondering
now.
how real this
hut,
creature could be.
as usual.
Now,
Oh my goodness.
You are
Cole-
pushing, and
Cole,
you know
now
it.
that you mention it, you're thinking about this pet or this potential pet of yours. I mean, you are now 2 miles away from where you heard it. Unless this tunnel like wraps around or something, you have done nothing but go the opposite direction of the pet thing.
Speaking of, I feel like I am going in the opposite direction of wherever it is. But we're still down here for a purpose, so I guess we can stay.
Well, I
Okay.
figured it would be something that you would agree with, considering we get paid for this.
Also, we don't really know where your family went after they left this area, so perhaps they went in opposition and came down here. Who knows? So
I doubt they
Those
would be down here.
creatures, by the way, did not look like they were coming to fight, but actually they were fleeing something until they saw us. I noticed
Well-
that as we were fighting them. So they may not even be what we would be attacking. They might just be caught in the middle, if you understand what I'm saying.
So be it. I'm itching for a real fight anyway. It's been a little bit too long.
Okay.
Good point.
Murdery.
Oh gosh.
Shall we continue?
Yep. Let's go.
All right.
Also, if you use lights here, everything dies around us. So, just a note.
Noted.
I may or may not have used a light crystal for a few moments.
Whatever.
You notice at the edge of
If
your
you-
vision that you guys are standing in a small circle of stone, like awkward, like strangely perfect circle of stone, and at the edges of your vision is where the moss swamp starts.
This feels very druidic. I'm just saying.
Lots of nature down here.
How so?
Interesting.
Are you
Is
saying that
there-
it may have some connection with what you know?
I mean, other than I just feel oddly and more in tune with this area than before, based on the perfectly placed stones. It brings me comfort. Shall we continue?
Yeah, whatever.
All right.
You salty dog.
The 4 of you head into the moss swamp. Do you have any particular plans or directions? Are you just kind of wandering aimlessly? What are you doing?
Would you like
Are there any? Sorry, go on.
Would you like me to send out my kite again?
Ooh, yes, please.
I pull out my compass.
Mhm.
I whisper a few words to it. Show us what you see, and sort of reverently release it.
Okay. The
And
that darkness and starlight kind of bird shape, just grows out of her cupped hands where the compass is, and just leaps silently into the air to wing off into the distance. It's a 15-minute round trip, so does anyone do anything for 15 minutes?
I sit in the center of the stones and just sort of meditate.
Okay. 15 minutes later, comes winging back, lands it, or absorbs back into the compass, and you get that kind of like pictogram story about what happened. You, it wings forward. It sees a crystal cavern of this like extremely softly glowing greens. And then hits a wall and tries to skirt that wall, but actually just ends up circulating the next chamber, as it does not appear to have an exit. And if you're in Roll20, you should be on a new page, and if you go to the bottom right, you should be able to see.
All I see is darkness.
It's like in
Nah,
the
we're
very
down there.
corner.
It's just a very large area.
Yeah.
Very bottom right corner.
Oh wait, I can kind of see it. Okay, I see it now.
You went with the ISO picture again.
Yep, had a few of these, and they're handy.
Well, does that mean we should keep going in that direction, or what do you think?
I don't think I get to have an opinion anymore.
I don't know what green crystals are, but we could go find out. There didn't seem to be anything to fight in there.
Yeah,
However,
it didn't note any creatures or use its mark ability at all.
yeah.
Okay. Let's go.
All right. The group sallies forth to the edge of this chamber. You see, once again, the narrowing of the walls, and then a kind of tunnel-shaped, portal into the next area. Just a regular kind of entryway.
Mhm.
You should all have access to move yourselves if you want to push yourself forward. It's a lot faster.
Alright.
You move into another large cavernous chamber. This time, as the kite had mentioned, they're not bright enough to really give off any real light, but on the walls covering most of the exterior here are these thick, tall, green crystal clusters, and they glow just enough to basically make themselves noticeable, but not enough to provide any external light.
I'm gonna go up to one and just like kind of touch it.
Standard hard crystal surface, nothing really out of the ordinary. Back home, you would have found crystals not unlike this one. They didn't glow green, maybe they didn't glow at all, or maybe they had a faint blue glow. They weren't. These are not sun crystals. Is all you really know about them.
Right. Eddie, do they seem to can you feel any magical presence with these?
If you give me a minute, I can try to see if I see one.
Okay.
Teddy sits down for a 10-minute ritual. Okay.
With a little bark that happens at the very beginning.
Of course. As you explore the area, since you got 10 minutes to blow anyway, anyone who wants to really look around, throw investigation, please.
Okay. Oop. Oop. Alright.
All right. Both Resgale
Nice.
and Cole. Aranar, you get lost. You find yourself in the far corner of the cavern. You're like, ooh, what is this rock? And it's just a rock. But Resgale and Teddy. There
Wait.
it is.
Teddy or Cole?
Oh, sorry. Resgale and Cole. Teddy's doing the ritual. Resgale and Cole, you find...
Really confused for a moment. I was like, what?
Yeah. You find that the upper left section of this room looks different. The crystals here don't look the same.
Weird.
So why are these different?
They stand out from the others. The others look, maybe it's because the others look natural and these look placed.
Huh. Interesting.
Bear lady.
Yes?
Fairly's over here like, oh, rock.
I've just found this really interesting looking rock. What's up, guys?
I found a really interesting, out of place looking crystal. If you want to look at it, since you said
Okay.
that this reminds you of something you're familiar with here, can you tell me anything about it?
Can I tell him anything about it?
How would you like to do so? What would you use or anything to know about it?
Let's see. I guess it would be perception.
Yep, you can take perception.
Do I have any? Why did I? Oh, okay, never mind. What about history too?
It's,
'Cause I've
probably,
been-
it's probably more like nature.
Nature.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do nature too.
All right. So they pointed out to you, which makes your bad perception roll good enough. And you take a long time to study this. You know, several minutes passing, and you get the feeling that these are not naturally grown. That all the other sections of this are like natural, crystal clusters occurring over many years to grow to this height. But this section, this like 10-foot span, looks unnatural.
Well, these right here that you have pointed out were not naturally grown. They've been placed here.
For what purpose?
About this time, Teddy, you finish up your detect magic, and if you head over that direction, you can confirm that while all of the crystals have an extremely faint aura, the unnatural cluster is much stronger and has an additional conjuration aura that none of the others do.
Maybe they're blocking something because there's no natural exit, and we know that those people had to come from somewhere. Creatures, those creatures had to come from somewhere.
Strange.
Very.
Hmm. Oh, is this tied to what they were running from?
How do you turn it on? Let's go. Is there a switch? Is there a button? Is there a trap? Like, how do you do this? Theodore, what you got? Can you use it?
Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna roll Arcana on it.
Good plan. You can tell that the conjuration magic is definitely not arcane in nature, but it's a good kind of easy guess with your high roll that it was used to either move or grow these crystals. So it's definitely these were definitely purposefully placed. But with that roll, you also notice that right around the center of this strange section, there's just the faintest hint of a little blue thread.
Oh shit.
Oh, there's a thread here.
Really? Another one just like the one you saw before?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my.
Is it
wonder
is
who
it the
joined
end of a
us?
thread or
Yeah,
is it the middle?
it's like 2 inches of thread just sticking out of a wall.
Huh. Is it the same thread as the others?
Oh, it's looks to be the same quality.
Do you think we can get to the source from here?
I don't know.
Hmm.
There's been a lot of twists and turns on the way down, so I couldn't tell you.
Hmm.
So is the room that we're in like closed out? Like there's no other opening?
Correct. You're in an enclosed cavern.
Yeah, the kite went in a circle because it couldn't find another opening.
I don't know.
What are you doing?
And there's nothing that you can really do with the cord?
He pulls out the needle and hooks it around the thread and tugs on it a little bit.
How hard
See
are you
how much
willing?
give there is.
How hard are you willing to tug?
Not very hard.
It just tugs on the thread.
Is there resistance to tugging on it?
I mean, it's attached to a solid wall, so it does not tug. You know, you've got those 2 inches. You could go. Eh.
Hmm. You all can see a little better than I can. Was anyone standing here in front of this thread?
Is anyone standing in front
Wait.
of the thread?
Well, was there anyone standing here in front of the thread? Are there any tracks or markings or anything on the floor?
What do we see? Nothing.
Roll survival.
No, cheese and rice.
I think this is what I do too, actually. For no reason. Yep, really good at survival. Apparently not good enough.
Teddy, are you rolling?
You're not good at climbing rocks. That's what we've
That's
learned.
what you're bad at. Yes, rocks are bad. All right. All 3 of you discover that the moss swamp, not really tracking. It doesn't take impressions or something. It's springy.
Right.
Honestly, it would be very hard to trail anything if it was down here. So, unclear to answer your question, Theodore.
There are no footprints that we can see.
What are you thinking about?
Well, there was something. So when I snapped the thread and they started to deflate, then suddenly the thread reconnected and they reinflated like something was being put back into them. If this is connected,
And
maybe someone was down here doing something with that. And something was being
am I hearing or getting any reminder of the voice or no?
Nope.
Down here.
You've heard none of the voice.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Do as you wish. I do not think anything here is going to affect my pet.
Didn't you say that the creatures seem to be forced to come out or something? There was some sort of indication that they were fleeing from something?
They looked terrified of what was behind them and not what was in front of them. Like they were running from something, not to us.
Then this has to be
So
something
I-
related to.
We should try to activate whatever this is, in my opinion. We're not down here just to explore a little bit of moss.
You want me to try to do something with this? Okay.
Sure.
We've come too far.
Push a little bit of magic into the thread and try to feel out where it goes to.
Okay. It actually feels like it is the wall.
So magic was the. It's like it's a fabric of the wall, spell in the wall.
What did you do before to sever the spell?
Oh, I just tugged on it real hard.
What happens if you do that again? You can blame me for this if anybody dies.
Apparently, we don't blame anyone for that.
Yeah. Well, I blame myself, but that's besides the point.
I mean, the only thing about that is we may just lose the string if it comes out of the wall. But I think it's worth doing it. Might as well, right?
May as well. All right, I'm going to give it one really sharp tug.
Okay. You pull hard on the thread, and it does in fact snap. The crystal wall before you crumbles into bits. You all jump back as it like rumbles a little bit and then just kind of falls apart.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Beyond, you can see another very large chamber with your limited dark vision.
I wonder if this is what happens to the insides of the people with the string attached to them. If they become crystallized inside. Anyway, let's continue.
Or if they're woven together with magic?
Yeah. Something. It's very interesting.
So it's directly on the other side, like where I'm going.
Yep, yep, exactly.
Cool. I'm walking through that.
Alright, you find
Yeah.
yourself in a very large chamber. The moss swamp kind of like picks up even deeper. Like you were walking on a couple of inches of moss. Now you're like sinking deep into a good solid 6 to 8 inches of moss with each step. You don't really like sink in. It's not like grass. It's pretty tightly woven moss. So it just kind of depresses like it's in like a trampoline.
Got it. Do we? Okay.
As Aranar boldly ventures forward alone.
Can
Actually,
you
was
drag
right
my
next
character along with everyone else? I seem to have lost.
No.
so I
Can't
think
find-
so can you see all of us?
Yes.
Am I at the right spot?
No, you're with Corvia way at the back.
See, I was trying to go forward, but I didn't know which direction.
I keep accidentally.
Can you not see Cole?
Not like the hole. Oh, okay. If I drag to the other end, yes, but I don't see the hole.
Yeah, there's no hole. I didn't make a hole.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Alright.
That
Okay,
makes
yeah, that was
sense.
what I was missing.
I can draw one now. Hold
I
on.
was like,
Hole.
Ooh, ooh.
There are now lines indicating the hole.
yes. Okay. I am. Yeah.
Alright.
I walked over here with Reziel.
No. You're way over there when I said as Aranar.
Well, Reziel was next to me.
No,
just
she was
went-
in the middle of the room.
No way
I
out.
don't know what you're talking about.
The way out.
I saw her come this way, and I kept going.
Yeah,
Wait,
you
but she didn't
kept
follow me.
going. This is like I warned you when I said you can move yourself if you want to see stuff, but things will happen.
Okay.
So, as
I
we
can click
pause
that
with Rezigal in the center of the room and Aranar up at the top.
Here. Like here-ish? Was this where I was when
Hold
you...
on.
I thought
So
it was
stop stop moving yourselves so I can put you somewhere. It's like but I have to update all light sources when you move, so it's much more jumpy for me.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
All right, yeah, that's correct. Stop moving. I don't know if you're still moving or not. My computer's catching up. Or, well, rather, Roll20's catching up very slowly.
I have not... I'm not touching
All
it.
right, nobody move.
I have not moved. Yes.
Oh, geez, it was so far behind. Cole just now started moving.
That's what
Holy
I'm saying.
cow.
Like, I saw Rezagale next to me
Yeah.
when you said that I was
Yeah.
by myself. So I was like, what? No, I'm not. I see Rezagale.
The-
I was
no,
up
no, no.
like I looked around the entire thing.
Holy shit,
I didn't
you guys
to
are
the right.
still moving. And I am way behind. I'm just gonna
Wow.
I'm just gonna refresh here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I made sure that I was following Rezagale because I was like, well, we can't go alone, so she's moving around, so I just followed.
I know, because I wanted to see more than anything, so it's probably my fault.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to abandon the cool lights. It's just like Roll20 obviously can't handle it
Too
very
much.
quickly, especially when I use these really large maps.
That sucks.
It is what it is. You work with the tools you got.
Yep.
Kapow! Oh, so smooth.
Much wow. Much sight.
Alrighty, let's grab him. Oh, it's so fast now. Alright, let's see.
Awesome.
So the event occurred when Aranar was here. Cole and Teddy were at the start. Corby is not technically here, and Rezagale was right in the middle. Alright. So you've explored this chamber pretty thoroughly. You've seen the deep moss. You're kind of spring stepping along. As Aranar reaches this northern part of the cavern that will lead off towards another hallway, Aranar, you start to hear just the soft little giggles.
Is this similar to all of the giggles we heard, whisperings we heard at the Dragon's Lair?
Nope.
Okay, so different. Just
Yeah.
Did we hear when we were fighting those creatures, like what they sounded like?
They were just like they were making that metallic sounding scraping sound.
Got it. Okay.
okay. I'm gonna go back to the group and tell them what I hear.
Okay.
Where did? Do you want me to move, or do you want to move me?
No, you
I
can
don't-
move. No, you're good to move yourselves now. Then it's not gonna lag anything anymore.
Oh my god, I keep clicking on the change myself.
Mhm.
Okay, or we go here.
And you can all group up in the middle. That's fine.
Okay. So up there's an what looks like maybe a hallway or something. I heard maniacal giggling coming from down there.
Maniacal giggling, you say?
Mm.
Was
What's
it-
that?
Sounds like a problem.
Was it from like? Was there an age, or gender, or anything you can associate with it?
It's a little on the high pitched side.
Well, I said maniacal because it was very high pitched. So, but it could be children, possibly, or it could be anything. It just was very high pitched giggling.
Well,
not
I suppose giggling is better than growling, right?
Not
Sometimes
necessarily.
there was no screeching, as we heard before.
Hmm.
Just be ready for a fight.
I mean, I guess we are.
At the
There's
edge
just-
of your dark vision, Cole, since you're the one with the 14 passive, at the edge of your dark vision, you see movement. Something maybe around 2.5 to 3 feet tall. It was just passed by at the edge of your range.
And they are coming for us now, it seems. Ready yourselves. I think they're approaching.
We We still have
I-
our lanterns, right?
You still have what?
Our lanterns.
Yeah, you still have all 4 of your sun torches.
Perhaps we should try to figure out if they're actually trying to harm us first. I mean, they know this place better than us, probably.
How do you recommend we do that?
I mean, if they come and ambush us, obviously we'll know, but perhaps they're just shy and maybe we should just say something to them. I'm just gonna kind of
Mhm.
normal tone, like normal volume, go like, "Hello, are you there? Would you like to speak to us?"
Let's see if I can get this sound file real quick. Yeah. Where were I? Is it on YouTube? Yeah, totally is. Alright, cool. I'll have this next time. But anyways, stepping into view all around you, completely encircling the group. You see these little 2.5 to 3 foot tall figures, exactly like the ones that you just slaughtered up above. With one difference, that these all appear to be wearing some sort of like mask, and not like a spooky mask or anything like that. Like they gave themselves a face where they did not have one before. They just kind of all in unison, like in creepily perfect unison, just step into your dark vision ranges. And the laughter kicks on where it was absolutely silent before. They're all hee 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 hee.
Okay. I'm just gonna look over at some of them and just say, hello. We don't come with intentions of harming you. Could you tell us about your community?"
Who are you?
They just keep giggling. And then you hear a kind of, I guess you hear the sound of of that springing moss being stepped on. Like while these guys, little dudes, didn't make any noise at all when they moved, you hear coming from that northern passage the sound of like purposeful strides. And
It sounds like we're about to have friends. Join us.
Friends, yes.
Friends and enemies seem to be one and the same nowadays, huh?
I mean, most certainly we'll find out soon.
the green of the like the faint green of the large crystal clusters kind of like spikes up into actual usable light, really starting to illuminate the chamber. And coming from the north side, you see 4 heavily moss robed figures, reasonably tall, and with very furry faces. Not like furry, but like heavy facial hair. You can't tell with the heavy hooding, but either their skulls are very like long, or perhaps they have horns that would like press them up taller.
Yeah.
One of them kind of steps forward and just gestures with a long staff that appears to be covered in like fungal growth itself, and the circle of critters like steps, but just kind of fades back, and then like fades back, like silently steps backwards, and then very literally just kind of melts into the moss.
Got it.
The figure looks over to you. Sun worshippers, praise the sun.
I'm just gonna look back and say, "Do you praise the sun?"
We would never praise evil.
Hmm.
And that's what we're gonna end our session today.
Yay! The leaders.
Right.
Yay. I was like this close to bear form that entire time.
Just waiting to murder some things.
Listen,
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I was really impressed with the stones, the
Mhm.
stone circle, but I don't really want to die today. So
Oh, I mean, if you say so.
yeah.
Of course the sun is evil, Savnina. Of course it is. Duh. All right. We'll pick up here next time and figure out what's going on down here in the Mossy Swamp. I'll see some of you on Thursday and the rest of you on Sunday. Everybody out there, we appreciate you watching, especially those of you who chit-chat in the chat. Mutual, what are you doing?
He's like Ty. He just peeked in.
You just peek in and then we're like, we acknowledge your existence and then you run away?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dinner time.
Dinner time. All right. Bye, everybody.